I'm in Konoha, and my ninja cats are invincible in the world. This video is purely for entertainment, and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting, and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 51 Sarutobi Hiruzen. Well done. Hashiga Kikusame's face became very ugly. The situation was almost desperate. There was a cliff in front. His strength was not as good as Uchiha Shisu. And more importantly, Hashiga Kikusame had heard the footsteps of other people approaching here. There were many of them. It was definitely impossible for them to be ninjas from the Hidden Mist Village. Then, they must be ninjas from Konoha. In Hashiga Kikusame's mind, a sentence was recalled. Information is more important than anything else. No matter what time it is, information cannot be leaked. This was what Ziggush and Buffer Ghost said in front of Hashiga Kikusame. Hashiga Kikusame looked at Uchiha Shisu. Then he looked back at the woman. The next moment, Hashiga Kikusame made a decision in his heart. Sorry. The woman understood the meaning in Hashiga Kikusame's eyes. But after being stunned for a moment, she did not blame Hashiga Kikusame, but seemed to understand and relieve him. And a trace of pity for Hashiga Kikusame. Compared to me who is about to be killed by you, you should be more painful for having to attack your companions for the mission. Come on. I don't blame you for making such a decision. Uchiha Shisu also saw what Hashiga Kikusame meant, and hurriedly tried to stop him. But it was too late. Hashiga Kikusame rushed towards the woman. The moment he caught the woman, he jumped and rushed to the cliff in front of him. The two of them fell down in a free fall. When Uchiha Shisu came to the edge of the cliff, Hashiga Kikusame and the woman had fallen very far. A figure came to the side of Uchiha Shisu. These people from the Hidden Mist Village are simply crazy. Marino Ibiki looked down and sighed. Ibiki-senpai. In terms of strength, Uchiha Shisu is above Marino Ibiki. But Marino Ibiki is older. Therefore, Uchiha Shisu called Marino Ibiki a senior. Shisu, I'm sorry that we came too late and couldn't help you. However, those two people who fell off this cliff can't survive. Let's go back and report to the Hokage. Uchiha Shisu nodded. When Uchiha Shisu returned to Konoha, the situation in the village had stabilized. Except for the two people who jumped off the cliff, all the other Kirigakure ninjas were killed. Uchiha Itachi was seriously injured and unconscious. Uchiha Shisu played the most critical role in this incident. Violet stood in front of Shiraishi and reported to him what happened. Shiraishi looked in the direction of the Hokage building and raised his eyebrows slightly. For such an important intelligence event, it turns out that for a long time, only Uchiha Itachi and Uchiha Shisu were chasing, and not even half of the Enbu ninja appeared. But there are obviously Enbu ninjas in the dark. Obviously, this is Sarutobi Hiruzen's design. In this way, give Shisu credit. At the same time, let Shisu face a White Fang problem. When Shisu's mission is the main thing, it will inevitably put Uchiha Itachi in danger. This will make Uchiha Fugaku very dissatisfied with Shisu. Sarutobi Hiruzen hopes to see a split Uchiha, so he made such an arrangement. However, this is also what Shiraishi expects. But the difference is that Sarutobi Hiruzen feels that under his operation, Uchiha will continue to split. In Shiraishi's plan, it will not be like this. So those Enbu ninjas hiding in the dark would not take action when Uchiha Itachi was in danger. If Uchiha Itachi was not injured, Sarutobi Hiruzen's arrangement would be worthless. However, the attacker who appeared later should not be arranged by Sarutobi Hiruzen, but Danzo. Sarutobi Hiruzen wanted to seriously injure Uchiha Itachi and cause Uchiha Fugaku to dislike Shisu. And Danzo wanted to use this opportunity to kill Uchiha Itachi. On the one hand, it was because Danzo disliked Uchiha Itachi, and on the other hand, Danzo wanted to use Uchiha Itachi's death to make Sarutobi Hiruzen's plan fail. Uchiha Itachi's serious injury and Uchiha Itachi's death are two completely different results. Once the situation becomes the latter, Uchiha Fugaku's psychology may not develop according to Sarutobi Hiruzen's plan. In that case, it proves that the two root ninjas killed by Kajirao last time did work. Shiraishi's sight turned to the direction of Konoha Medical Department. That is, the location of Uchiha Itachi, who was seriously injured now. Then, the next thing is to wait and see what happens to Uchiha Itachi. Did he get treatment and survive? Or did he die? Shiraishi felt that the former was more likely, because from what Violet saw, Uchiha Itachi's injuries were serious, but they were not truly fatal. It was just a matter of blood loss, which was a solvable problem for medical ninjas. He was not like Senju nor Ace, whose body could not be found intact, nor was he like Duan, who was missing several internal organs. Even Tsunade could not save such injuries. Uchiha Itachi's situation was much better. But whether it was the former or the latter, for Shiraishi, they were both acceptable situations. After today, there shouldn't be any problem for Shisu to succeed as the head of the guard department. As the head of the guard department, Shisu's voice in the Uchiha clan will be much greater, and he will be able to compete with Uchiha Fugaku to some extent. If a situation of competition emerges, Sarutobi Hiruzen will not have the intention to kill Uchiha. If Uchiha Itachi is still alive, his goal will also be to target Uchiha Fugaku's faction, not the entire Uchiha. With a clear goal, he won't have wild thoughts. Shiraishi feels that many of the problems of the Uchiha clan are actually the result of some people's wild thoughts. In the original plot, Uchiha Itachi exterminated the Uchiha clan. And in the original plot, Uchiha Shisu exposed his Mangekyou Sharingan ability to Sarutobi Hiruzen and Dinzo. These 2 points are what Shiraishi feels should not have happened. Uchiha Shisu came to the Hokage building and reported to Sarutobi Hiruzen. The whole story and the specific details were all told. I'm sorry, Hokage, I didn't catch those 2 people, but let them jump off the cliff. Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't blame him, but smiled. Shisu, don't belittle yourself, you have done a good job. These ninjas are the elite of the Hidden Mist Village. You didn't let them leave alive, which is enough. Chapter 52, Offal Porridge, a glowing dish. You have completed the mission, and you have done it well. Go back and rest first. I will have someone notify you when the mission evaluation results come out. Uchiha Shisu nodded. Yes, Hokage-sama. However, after leaving the Hokage building, Uchiha Shisu did not go home directly, but went to the medical department. However, after arriving at the medical department, Uchiha Shisu knew that Uchiha Itachi had left. To be precise, after receiving preliminary treatment in the medical department, he was taken back by someone sent by Uchiha Fugaku. During this process, Uchiha Itachi was not awake. Uchiha Shisu hurried to Uchiha Itachi's house. A figure stood behind the door. Master Clan Leader, how is Itachi now? Uchiha Shisu showed a worried expression. Uchiha Fugaku looked at Uchiha Shisu deeply. Itachi needs to rest now, and cannot be disturbed. Shisu, you go back first. Is the injury serious? Uchiha Fugaku did not answer, but just stared at Uchiha Shisu. Such a look made Uchiha Shisu feel numb on his back. Clan Leader, if there is anything I can do to help, please let me know. If Itachi's injury gets better, please tell me, and I will come to visit Itachi again. Okay. Uchiha Fugaku still didn't mean to say more. Uchiha Shisu took 2 steps back. Clan Leader, I'll go back first. Uchiha Shisu went directly to the ninja tool shop. As soon as he sat down, Uchiha Shisu couldn't help but sigh. Shiraishi, the clan leader must be very disgusted with me now. Before, I made a decision that I don't know whether it was right or wrong. Itachi's situation is probably very bad. Shiraishi poured a cup of tea for Uchiha Shisu. Shisu, you must have worked hard to carry out the mission. Have some tea first. What exactly happened? Shiraishi already knew the ins and outs of the facts through Violet. However, Shiraishi had no intention of exposing Violet's ability for the time being. Uchiha Shisu spoke slowly. That's a really difficult choice. Either I can put Itachi in danger, or I can only give up the mission. But no matter which choice I make, it's wrong. Itachi's situation is not optimistic now. I feel guilty. Uchiha Shisu lowered his head. Shisu, have you heard of Konoha Whitefang? Konoha Whitefang Sr.? Yes. Shiraishi said. Back then, Konoha Whitefang faced a similar choice as you, but he chose a partner instead of mission. As a result, he was despised by the whole village, and had to commit suicide to apologize. Since it's the same choice, Konoha Whitefang has proved that his choice was wrong, so now you have made the opposite choice from him, which should be right. Uchiha Shisu frowned, thinking that it was not, that Shiraishi's words were not very reasonable, but they made sense. And Shiraishi continued, Itachi must also want you, Shisu, to go on the mission instead of saving him, right? Otherwise, Itachi wouldn't have said that at the time. Uchiha Shizu nodded. After Shiraishi's consolation, he felt much better. Itachi's situation shouldn't be that bad. Since Fugaku Senpai has taken Itachi back, it proves that Itachi's condition should have stabilized. The medical ninjas in the Uchiha clan are not as good as the medical department. When I find out clearly, I'll tell you. Shizu, you don't have to worry too much. I'll ask Zyudanjia to make you something to eat. After eating, take a rest and keep your spirits up. If I'm right, there may be a lot of things to do next, so you have to stay energetic. After Shiraishi finished speaking, he went to the kitchen. Zyudanjia looked back at Shiraishi. My lord. Zyudanjia, is the food almost ready? My lord, it's almost ready. It will be ready in a few minutes. Okay. 4 minutes later, Zyudanjia came to the dining room with a large bowl of porridge and covered it with a lid. The dish Zyudanjia made is called entrails porridge, which has the effect of nourishing the internal organs. For people like Uchiha Shizu who have just returned from a hard mission, it is a good thing to replenish energy. Before opening the lid, a tempting aroma wafted in. Alice stood next to Shiraishi and watched curiously. At the beginning, Alice was not convinced by Zyudanjia's cooking skills, so she had a competition with Zyudanjia. Then, she was completely defeated. Since then, Alice's attitude towards Zyudanjia has changed. She no longer regards Zyudanjia as a competitor, but treats Zyudanjia as a teacher, hoping to learn something from Zyudanjia. Shiraishi will not interfere with this. Ninja cats are individuals. Shiraishi's requirements are actually very simple. The ninja cats all obey his orders and do not fight among themselves. As for other things, Shiraishi will not get involved too much. Shiraishi treats the ninja cats as people, not as pets. My lord, please taste it. Zyudanjia opened the lid. At this moment, a beam of light suddenly burst out. It was very bright. Shiraishi subconsciously closed his eyes. He waited until the light disappeared before he opened them again. Is this glowing food? The food in Zyudanjia's world is almost a unique phenomenon. The previous magic Mapoto food did not have this phenomenon. Shiraishi thought that the glow might just be a way of describing it, and it did not exist, but he did not expect that it actually existed. The magic Mapoto food did not appear last time, perhaps because of the limited conditions, or because Zyudanjia did not perform well. This time, Zyudanjia made a perfect dish. It's actually a glowing dish. Not bad, not bad. Shiraishi showed a satisfied smile. Needless to say, the taste of this glowing dish means that Shiraishi's quality of life has been greatly improved. In addition, more delicious dishes can also help Shiraishi gain more favorability. Alice's eyes widened. What is this? The scene in front of her was a little beyond Alice's cognition. Zyudanjia took 2 steps back. Uchiha Shizu noticed the movement in the restaurant and walked out, but at this time, the light had dissipated. Shiraishi, what's wrong? Nothing. Shiraishi shook his head and said, the food prepared by the chef is ready. It's entrails porridge, which can replenish physical strength. It's just right for fighting. Let's try it together. Sit down. Uchiha Shizu didn't hesitate, and pulled out a chair to sit down. They each took a bowl. Shiraishi came closer, and blew a breath to dissipate some of the heat, then took a spoonful of food. In an instant, the deliciousness exploded in his mouth. Chapter 53 Shizu, the ninja cats are so awesome. Delicious. Shiraishi looked at the little chef. Even though Shiraishi had not fought as fiercely as Uchiha Shizu, he could still feel the changes in his body after drinking this porridge. A warm current burst out from his lower abdomen and spread to the surroundings. The whole person was immersed in warmth. It was like soaking in a hot spring. The internal organs were used, but there was no fishy smell. There was only sweetness. The soup was very rich. Uchiha Shizu's eyes widened. Is this a dish? How is it made? Uchiha Shizu had tasted Alice's dishes many times, and his requirements for deliciousness were much higher than before. However, after taking a bite of this porridge, the taste still shocked Uchiha Shizu. And Uchiha Shizu clearly felt that the fatigue in his body dissipated a lot at once. Is this really something that a dish can do? Even the Binglian pills don't have such a good effect. Shiraishi looked at the little chef. Zyudanjia explained, the main ingredient of this awful porridge is the liver. First, it must be boiled into a broth, and then it must be drained for 3 days and 3 nights before it can be used. The other ingredients are auxiliary ingredients and can be matched more freely. Zyodongia introduced it in detail. Uchiha Shizu showed an admiring expression. Great. Zyodongia smiled. Soon, Uchiha Shizu finished the porridge in the bowl and served another bowl. Zyodongia and Alice had already left the restaurant. So satisfying. Uchiha Shizu let out a long breath. Shiraishi, I never thought that there would be such a powerful ninja cat. There are ninjas as strong as Hirako Mako, and chefs as good at cooking as Zyodongia and Alice. In the past, we Uchiha and ninja cats have cooperated for many years, but it seems that we still haven't been recognized by the ninja cats. Suddenly, Uchiha Shizu thought of a possibility. Shiraishi, do you think that we Uchiha and ninja cats can build a closer relationship? Shiraishi's eyebrows moved slightly. For example, Uchiha Shizu paused. The Inuzuka clan and the ninja dogs have a very close relationship. All Inuzuka clan ninjas have at least one ninja dog that fights alongside the Inuzuka ninja. Hokage-sama's Sarutobi clan also has a very close relationship with the Tsurumo clan. Elite ninjas of the Sarutobi clan will sign a contract with the Tsurumo clan. When fighting, they will summon the members of the Tsurumo clan to help them fight. And there is also the relationship between the Aburame clan and the Bugs. The relationship between us Uchiha and the ninja cats lasted longer, but we only bought information from the ninja cats and let the cat grandmother run a ninja tool shop in the base. If we Uchiha and the ninja cats establish a closer relationship, it should be a good thing for us Uchiha. Shiraishi nodded. In fact, the relationship between the ninja cats and the Uchiha is similar to the relationship between the Inuzuka clan and the ninja dogs. It's just that the personality of the ninja cats is not as easy to control as that of the ninja dogs. Over time, the only thing left for Uchiha and ninja cats was intelligence trading. Few partners fought as partners. Even if there were, it was often a short-term cooperation. Shiraishi had thought about this point raised by Uchiha Shizu before. Ordinary ninja cats are not strong, but have strong personalities. They are not suitable as fighting partners or summoned beasts. But the ninja cats strengthened by Shiraishi are different. Strengthened ninja cats inherit some abilities and personalities of the responders. Hirako Mako inherited freedom and laziness. Kajero inherited enchantment. Violet inherited grace. Alice inherited tsundere. Zyodongia inherited seriousness. Even though these ninja cats have their own personalities, they are more inclined to humans than cats after all, and there is Shiraishi's restraint. Therefore, at critical moments, these ninja cats are trustworthy. They know what is important and what is not. For Shiraishi, letting ninja cats cooperate with ninjas has 3 benefits. One is that it can make the ninjas in the village gradually more accepting of the existence of ninja cats. Secondly, Shiraishi can improve the favorability of others in this process. If a ninja with low strength can get the help of a ninja cat, will he be grateful to Shiraishi, who helped him gain the recognition of the ninja cat? Of course, Shiraishi must be careful in choosing people. Shiraishi will not push the ninja cat into the furnace for the sake of favorability. People like Mizuki. Shiraishi has no objection to his joining the patrol department. The two sides are in a mutually beneficial relationship. However, Shiraishi will never push the ninja cat to Mizuki as a partner. But if it is someone like Uchiha Izumi, it is not impossible. Thirdly, once the ninja and the ninja cat have established a close relationship, Shiraishi has absolute control over the ninja cat, and the ninja cat will always put Shiraishi first. Then, these people can be regarded as Shiraishi's sphere of influence. Shizu, you make sense. I will communicate with the ninja cats. Then I'll leave it to Shiraishi. Uchiha Shizu smiled. Shiraishi waved his hand. What's the point of asking for a favor? Shizu, you work hard in the security department, and I work hard at Ninja Cat. We both work for Uchiha and the village. That's right. Uchiha Shizu's mood improved a little. He glanced at the time and left the ninja tool shop. Uchiha Fugaku came to the makeshift medical room at home. Uchiha Makoto was guarding the door. Makoto, how is Itachi now? Uchiha Makoto looked up with a visibly sad and haggard face. The medical ninja said that the situation has stabilized and there is no danger to his life. It's just what? It's just that we don't know when Itachi will wake up. Uchiha Fugaku's face sank. and his dissatisfaction with Uchiha Shizu became even stronger. Uchiha Makoto asked, "Fugaku, can you tell me what exactly happened? Come to the study." The two came to the study. Uchiha Fugaku first observed the surroundings and made sure that there was no one nearby before saying, "Shizu was ordered by the Hokage to pursue the Kirigakure undercover, and Itachi just happened to run into him and fought with the Kirigakure undercover first. The Kirigakure undercover support came quickly, so Itachi fell into danger. But at this time, Shizu completely ignored Itachi, who was in danger, even though other ninjas in the village had already come to support him. Shizu could have saved Itachi first, but for the sake of credit, he just abandoned Itachi like that. Chapter 54 Yang Yan's Special Mission. Without Shizu, the Kirigakure undercover agent wouldn't have been able to escape. But if he had chosen to save Itachi, Itachi wouldn't have been seriously injured. Obviously, he and Itachi are still such good friends, and Itachi respects him so much. But what does he do count for? Does he still have Itachi as a friend in his heart? Does he still have Uchiha in his heart? He treats his clan members like this, just for the credit, and still wants to get the position of clan leader? If he becomes the clan leader of Uchiha, that's unacceptable. The entire Uchiha will be ruined by him. Uchiha Fugaku said angrily. Uchiha Makoto's face turned pale. Shizu, is he actually that kind of person? Uchiha Makoto had a good impression of Uchiha Shizu and Uchiha Makoto before. However, Itachi was seriously injured before, and Uchiha Fugaku said such a thing. Uchiha Makoto would definitely trust her husband first. Brother. Uchiha Sasuke stood at the door of the temporary medical room, looking inside with great concern, but did not dare to disturb him. What's wrong with you? Are you okay? Hokage building. Sarutobi Hiruzen stood behind the window with his hands behind his back. The plan went smoothly. With this achievement, there will be no problem for Shizu to take the position of Minister of the Guard Department. And Uchiha Itachi was seriously injured, but not dead. Then, the relationship between Shizu and Uchiha Fugaku will definitely become very bad. This is exactly what I want to see. Teacher Hashirama, Teacher Tobirama, in this regard, I should be better than you. In terms of personal strength and creativity in ninjutsu, I'm not as good as you. But in terms of the management of the village and the control of the people below, in these two aspects, I may barely be worthy of the title of the strongest Hokage in history. Sarutobi Hiruzen smiled. But, this guy Danzo is making small moves again. Over the years, I have tolerated a lot. I hope you can still grasp the degree this time. Otherwise, I will exercise my rights as Hokage. A dark basement. Danzo was in a good mood. Two root ninjas took action and reported to Danzo that Uchiha Itachi, who was seriously injured, basically had no chance of survival, which made Danzo feel that his plan was successful. Once Uchiha Itachi died, Sarutobi Hiruzen's plan would not be considered successful. Uchiha Fugaku would have many doubts, and Uchiha Shizu might also be dissatisfied with Sarutobi Hiruzen. The people of Uchiha would be stimulated. Sarutobi Hiruzen controlling the situation of Uchiha was something Danzo absolutely did not want to see. Danzo hated Uchiha, but did not want Sarutobi Hiruzen to gain more power. However, a root ninja just walked in and reported to Danzo, which made Danzo's mood fall to the bottom in an instant, and it was extremely bad. Uchiha Itachi is still alive. Damn it. He is still alive after such a serious injury? Didn't you promise me that Uchiha Itachi would definitely die? Danzo called the two root ninjas who had been on a mission before in and reprimanded them. The two lowered their heads. Sir, we really hit Uchiha Itachi's weak spot. That's right, Danzo, and at that time, the Enbu ninja came out, so we had to evacuate. Otherwise the Enbu ninja would discover our identity. Danzo interrupted the two people's explanation. Don't explain anymore. If the mission is not completed, it is not completed. I don't need trash. A kunai appeared in Danzo's hand. Wind style, vacuum blade. A sharp blade condensed by wind attribute chakra appeared. Danzo waved his hand and easily cut the throats of two root members, and blood spurted out. Bang, bang. The two fell one after another. Danzo returned to his chair and sat down. Humph. They are all trash. Outside Konoha, there is a cave. Hiss, it hurts. Where is this place? The woman opened her eyes and looked around blankly. Some memories slowly floated to her mind, and the woman remembered. I was originally a ninja from the Hidden Mist village. Because of a mission, I was lurking in Konoha to collect intelligence, but I was suddenly discovered and had to flee. On the way to escape, I was chased. One companion after another covered my back. I finally waited for support, but the ninjas of Konoha came just as fast. The road ahead disappeared and turned into a cliff. In this case, the Hidden Mist ninja who supported me took me and jumped off the cliff. Could it be that this is a world after death? At this time, a figure walked in. To be precise, it was a cat, standing upright, wearing beautiful clothes. It came to the woman and looked down at her. Now the woman was lying down. "What's your name?" "Rika." "Okay, then from today on, Rika, you are mine. Let me introduce myself. I'm Kajero, from the Ninja Cat clan. I saved your life, so your life is mine." Rika was stunned for a moment. Ninja Cat clan. Is it the Ninja Cat related to Uchiha? Kajero nodded slightly. "Kill me, I'm a ninja from the Hidden Mist village. I will never surrender to your Konoha. Don't even think about getting any information from me." Rika showed an expression of wanting to die. Yang Iron glanced at Rika calmly. "I think you seem to have misunderstood something." "What? We have a cooperative relationship with Uchiha, but our Ninja Cat clan does not belong to Konoha, and our ninja cats are all over the ninja world." Yang Iron said, "Ninja cats are just ninja cats. You becoming my subordinate has nothing to do with surrendering to Konoha. If you still want to die in this situation, then go ahead and die." Yang Iron threw a kunai at Rika. Rika picked up the kunai, clenched it, and hesitated. Rika didn't want to die after all, so Yang Iron's words convinced her. "What do I need to do?" "You don't need to do anything for now. Get your body back in shape first. You're not in danger of death after falling from such a high cliff, but the situation is very bad." Rika felt it, and indeed, there was pain all over her body. "Master Kajero, thank you for saving me." Rika's attitude became respectful. Kajero nodded slightly and gently swung his tail twice. "By the way, Master Kajero, can I ask you a question?" "What question?" "Master Kajero, did you see the person who fell off the cliff with me?" Rika looked at Kajero with hope in her eyes. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story, and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 55. Uchiha Raizumi's teacher, Sarutobi? No. Rika's eyes dimmed. Kajero looked at Rika, somewhat confused as to why Shiraishi wanted to save her. From a human aesthetic point of view, Kajero felt that Rika's appearance and talent were not as good as Uchiha Raizumi's. And when this scope is expanded to all creatures, Kajero felt that he was much stronger than Rika. However, no matter how puzzled he was, Kajero would execute Shiraishi's orders, as long as they were ordered. Shiraishi's reason was actually very simple. In the original plot, there was a certain subtle relationship between Rika and Hoshigaki Kisame. It cannot be said that Hoshigaki Kisame and Rika were lovers. However, the relationship between the two was always deeper than that of ordinary companions. And now they have the experience of jumping off a cliff together. Therefore, Shiraishi ordered Kajero to save Rika, so that he could use it to improve Hoshigaki Kisame's favorability in the future. Shiraishi was very optimistic about Hoshigaki Kisame's potential. He is very talented in water escape, and has a very high level of chakra absorption. He is very compatible with Sumehada, and the two can be perfectly matched. Even Killer Bee, who has powerful tail beast chakra in his body, and can provide it to Sumehada at any time, is not as compatible with Sumehada as Hoshigaki Kisame. Even if he was defeated by Might Guy in the end. However, that was Might Guy who opened the 7th gate. To use that trick, the price Might Guy paid was not small at all. You know, Might Guy who opened the 8th gate could even break Uchiha Madara's ribs. Therefore, Hoshigaki Kisame is definitely not weak. The response obtained by making a request with the favorability of Hoshigaki Kisame will certainly not be bad. Kajero did not return to Konoha, but stayed directly in the cave. 2 days later, the conclusion of the incident about the undercover ninja of Kirigakure was announced by Sarutobi Hiruzen himself. Content: about the pursuit of Kirigakure undercover ninjas and Kirigakure death ninjas. protecting village level intelligence, and fighting against many Kirigakure elite ninjas. Result, a great victory, killing many Kirigakure elite ninjas, forcing two Kirigakure ninjas to jump off the cliff, and protecting Konoha's intelligence from being leaked. Main credit, Uchiha Shizu. Secondary credit, Uchiha Itachi, Marino Ibiki, etc. Uchiha Shizu came to the Hokage building again. Sarutobi Hiruzen looked at Uchiha Shizu and smiled. Shizu, congratulations on completing another S-level mission. As the Hokage, I will never be stingy with such a reward for such a merit. In addition to these bonuses, do you want anything else? Uchiha Shizu shook his head. Hokage-sama, I'm a ninja of Konoha, and it is natural for me to work for the village. Sarutobi Hiruzen smiled even more satisfied. Shizu, you have this awareness, which is very good. However, if you do not reward me for my meritorious service, I, as the Hokage, would be derelict in my duty. Uchiha Shizu hesitated. Hokage-sama, if I were to ask for a favor, I have a junior named Uchiha Raizumi, who just graduated early from the ninja school not long ago, and has not yet been assigned a team leader. It would be great if Hokage-sama could assign a good instructor to Uchiha Raizumi. Sarutobi Hiruzen's eyebrows moved slightly. Uchiha Raizumi. Sarutobi Hiruzen thought for a while, and suddenly seemed to remember something. Sayuri has just been promoted to Special Jonin. If Shizu does not mind, I will arrange for Sayuri to be Uchiha Raizumi's instructor. What do you think? Sayuri? Sarutobi Sayuri, my niece. That's great. Thank you Hokage-sama. Uchiha Shizu's idea was simple. If someone from the Sarutobi clan could become Uchiha Raizumi's instructor, it would prove that Sarutobi Hiruzen's trust in him had increased a lot compared to before. More importantly, this will have an impact on the outside world. The villagers' views on the Uchiha will change. After the villagers' views on the Uchiha improve, the Uchiha will naturally have a better attitude towards the villagers. This will form a virtuous circle. Uchiha Shizu has already seen the benefits of this in the reform of the guard department. Okay, then it's settled. Thank you, Hokage. Sarutobi Hiruzen waved his hand. Soon the news spread throughout Konoha, and the name Uchiha Shizu instantly became the most talked about hot word by everyone, from elite ninjas to ordinary villagers. It's worthy of being the instant body Shizu. I have completed another S-level mission without realizing it. Sure enough, speed is everything. Other ninjas can't catch up. Those undercover ninjas from Kirigakure are so abominable. They have been lurking in our village for so long. Fortunately, they have been discovered now. Not all Uchiha people are so annoying. Sarutobi Hiruzen's plan was successfully completed. Uchiha Shizu achieved a great success. The reputation of Uchiha has been improved. However, there are many people who are dissatisfied with this matter. First of all, the Hidden Mist village suffered heavy losses, and then Danzo, whose plan failed, and lost 2 subordinates. Uchiha Itachi achieved a success, but he was seriously injured, and is still in a coma. Uchiha Itachi himself certainly has no opinion on this. However, Uchiha Fugaku is different. There is also the existence of the Uchiha Fugaku faction. Uchiha Fugaku really wants to make trouble for Uchiha Shizu with this matter. But Uchiha Fugaku has to face a very embarrassing problem. That is, the faction that Uchiha Fugaku himself belongs to is a conservative faction. Conservative factions do not consider the interests of individual members. Few people will blame Uchiha Shizu for Uchiha Itachi's experience. And this matter has been defined by Sarutobi Hiruzen. In this incident, Uchiha Shizu only has merits, not faults. Within the Uchiha clan, those who would radically consider the gains and losses of individual members and the interests of the Uchiha clan are precisely the radicals who are opposed to the conservative faction. But Uchiha Shizu is a member of the radical faction. As long as the Uchiha Yashiro is there, the situation of the radicals can be controlled. This leads to the fact that the Uchiha clan of the conservative faction will not blame Uchiha Shizu. The Uchiha clan of the radical faction would have blamed Uchiha Shizu, but because of the existence of the Uchiha Yashiro, they could be controlled. Uchiha Fugaku did not have much say over the radical Uchiha clan. If Uchiha Fugaku wanted to make trouble for Uchiha Shizu, he could only start from other aspects. This made Uchiha Fugaku very angry. Uchiha Shizu, as long as I, Uchiha Fugaku, am alive, you will never become the patriarch of the Uchiha clan. Don't even think about it. Chapter 56. Who will be the next Hokage? Shiraishi, Shisu, Senior Yasudi. Shiraishi welcomed the two into the lounge. The ninja tool shop was temporarily being looked after by Hirako Mako. An Uchiha ninja walked in, and after seeing Hirako Mako, he did not show any surprise, because this was not the first time he was received by Hirako Mako. As soon as he sat down, Uchiha Yasudi could not help but sigh. Shisu, you shouldn't have done that last time. Itachi is indeed Fugaku's son, but no matter what, he is still a member of our Uchiha clan. For the sake of the mission, you didn't save Itachi. Many clan members have opinions about you. Uchiha Yasudi refers to the members of the Radical faction. The members of the Radical faction regard the interests of Uchiha as more important than the interests of the village. Therefore, they are dissatisfied with the decision made by Uchiha Shisu. 8th generation senior. I don't think Shisu is to blame for this. Shisu has no choice. Shiraishi explained for Uchiha Shisu and said, on one side is the mission, and on the other side are the partners. The White Fang of Konoha faced the same choice back then. If Shisu makes the same choice as the White Fang of Konoha, then it will be very difficult for Shisu. The blame from the village leaders and the villagers will follow one after another. In that case, our reform of the guard department will be completely ineffective. Even in the end, the Uchiha clan will blame Shisu. In that case, Shisu can only choose that way, and this is probably a test for Shisu from the Hokage. If Shisu chooses to save Itachi, the Hokage will no longer trust Shisu, and the difficulty of completing our plan will be much higher than before. In addition, Itachi is still alive now, he is just seriously injured. As long as he is given some time, Itachi will be able to recover. Shisu has gained the trust of the Hokage, which is more beneficial to our plan. This point needs you to deal with it. 8th generation senior. Control those people and let them know Shisu's good intentions. Uchiha Yashiro frowned. I'll do my best. Uchiha Shisu looked at Shiraishi and then at Uchiha Yashiro. I'm sorry about Itachi, but there was really no other way given the situation. When Itachi wakes up, I will personally apologize to Itachi and ask for his forgiveness. Even though it was Itachi who asked, and even forced Uchiha Shisu to make that choice, Uchiha Shisu still felt guilty. Today, I actually have another piece of news to tell you. What news? I went to the Hokage building before, and the Hokage expressed his trust in me, and announced some rewards for me. In addition to the bonus, he also gave me another request authority. Uchiha Shisu said, at that time, I didn't think of anything else. I just thought of Uchiha Raizumi who applied for early graduation, that I met here before at Shiraishi. So I made a request to the Hokage, hoping to assign a better instructor to Uchiha Raizumi. The Hokage said that he was going to let his niece, Sayori Sarutobi, be Uchiha Raizumi's instructor. Hearing Uchiha Shisu's words, Uchiha Yashiro frowned even more. Let Sayori Sarutobi be Uchiha Raizumi's instructor? In that case, when we really want to carry out our final plan, how should Uchiha Raizumi deal with it? For Uchiha Yashiro, civil war is the final plan. Once a civil war breaks out, it means that the Konoha high-level officials are enemies. As a result, Uchiha Raizumi became Sayori Sarutobi's disciple again. At that time, what should Uchiha Raizumi choose? Shiraishi looked at Uchiha Yade and couldn't help but improve his impression of Uchiha Yade. No matter what Uchiha Yade's attitude was, in this situation, Uchiha Yade was still able to consider Uchiha Raizumi's personal interests, which was rare. At least Uchiha Fugaku and Uchiha Itachi could not do it. Both of them did not regard ordinary members of Uchiha as human beings. Senior Yada, I think it's actually okay. Shiraishi said, firstly, this proves that the Hokage has more trust in us Uchiha and Shisu. It's not like what you, Senior Yada, guessed before, that the village leaders will directly take action against the Uchiha. Secondly, Izumi became Sayori Sarutobi's disciple, which can further strengthen the Hokage's trust in Shisu. In addition, Izumi, I know him well. He often comes to the ninja tool shop. He is a very good person, and will definitely make the right choice. I can guarantee that. And if it's a civil war, Senior Yada, our opponent will be the village leaders, not necessarily the current Hokage. Uchiha Yada was stunned. Shiraishi continued, the Hokage is already very old, and in poor condition. It is unknown how long he can continue to stay in the position of Hokage, and it is even hard to say how long he can live. Once he dies, the Sarutobi clan may face a similar situation to our Uchiha clan now. At that time, we in the Sarutobi clan will not necessarily be in opposition. There is a possibility of cooperation. Then, at that time, Izumi will be one of the bridges for our cooperation. The Uchiha 8th generation frowned and fell into thought. The Sarutobi clan. Shiraishi, what you said does make sense. The civil war will not break out in a short time. It will take a long time for me to complete the training of those people. The Hokage is already old. But before, Sarutobi Hiruzen pushed Namake's Minato, who was his disciple's disciple. The next time he steps down from the position of Hokage, he will definitely push his own people up. We Uchiha and the Sarutobi clan will definitely be in opposition. Shiraishi shook his head. Not necessarily. Jiraiya has no intention of becoming Hokage. Tsunade has been away from the village for many years. Shinosuke has been missing for a long time. Sayuri Sarutobi is not talented enough. The Ino, Deer, and Chao clans are outsiders after all, and there is no suitable candidate. Suddenly, the pupils of the Uchiha 8th Hokage shrank. Danzo? Shiraishi nodded. It seems that the 8th Hokage and I have the same idea. I also think that after the Hokage abdicates, the person who will succeed the next Hokage is likely to be Danzo. Strength, qualifications, power. Danzo has all these conditions. In terms of age, Danzo is not young, but he seems to be in much better health. He will probably live another 10 or 8 years. For us Uchiha, if Danzo takes the throne, it will be a very bad thing. Once Danzo really takes the throne, then whether there will be a civil war or not will not be something we can decide. You also know Danzo's attitude towards us Uchiha, 8th Hokage. Chapter 57. Will civil war really happen? Uchiha Yashiro fell into silence. Shiraishi's words were not wrong. Danzo did have the possibility of becoming Hokage. Even though Danzo was unpopular in the original plot, after Tsunade was seriously injured, Danzo did serve as the acting Hokage for a period of time and even attended the Ninja Village conference. Therefore, Uchiha Yashiro agreed with Shiraishi's words. When he thought of the result of Danzo's promotion, Uchiha Yashiro's face darkened. After a long time, Uchiha Yashiro raised his head and sighed. Shiraishi, I now feel more and more that before, both the members of the radical faction and the members of the conservative faction headed by Fugaku thought things were too simple. The members of the radical faction were just complaining and grumbling in the beginning, and then they wanted to do something to change things and fight for the interests that we Uchiha deserve. Until now it has developed to the point where they want to rely on a civil war to seize our rightful position. But they haven't thought clearly about how the civil war should be conducted. Fortunately, we have you, Shiraishi and Shisu. You two will at least be the future of our radical faction. As he spoke, Uchiha Yashiro looked at Uchiha Shisu. Shisu, it's about time. I should give the position of Minister of Security to you. Your qualifications and merits are more than enough. With the position of Minister of Security, Shisu, you will have a higher voice within Uchiha, and you can carry out more operations and realize your ideas. It won't be good if it's too late. The conservatives definitely don't want you, Shisu, to succeed the position of Minister of Security. And Fugaku will blame you, Shisu, because of Itachi's matter. However, as long as the Hokage confirms your position as Minister of Security, Shisu, those conservatives will be afraid of it, and dare not say much. The radicals are not very clear-headed, but in fact, the conservatives are even less clear-headed. When it comes to the policies of the village, they only know how to give in and obey, and they don't have the idea of fighting for themselves. Too weak, just waiting for others to decide their own destiny. You still think that we, the radicals, are wrong. Uchiha Yashiro snorted coldly, and it was obvious that he was quite dissatisfied with the members of the conservatives. If someone wants to kill them, will they just accept the death? Shiraishi's eyebrows moved slightly. Shiraishi didn't know about other people, but Uchiha Fugaku and Uchiha Makoto were like this. When facing Uchiha Itachi who was going to kill them, they didn't resist at all, and they knew it in advance. The two sat in the study, with their backs to the door, waiting for Uchiha Itachi to arrive. They also looked like they were fulfilling Uchiha Itachi's righteousness. Shiraishi, Shisu, it's getting late. I'll go back first and prepare for the handover of the director. You two should discuss it carefully. The future of Uchiha depends on you. Yashiro senpai, have a midnight snack before going back. No midnight snack. Uchiha Yashiro stood up. At this moment, a scent of food floated from the direction of the restaurant and entered Uchiha Yashiro's nasal cavity. Uchiha Yashiro's throat moved. Senior Yashiro, it's all ready. If you don't eat it, it's a waste. Now our Uchiha resources are gradually becoming scarce, and there is a lot of waste. Shiraishi pretended not to see Uchiha Yashiro's expression, but calmly gave Uchiha Yashiro an excuse. That's true. Uchiha Yashiro nodded. Then I won't be polite. The three entered the restaurant. Today's supper was prepared by Alice. Shiraishi's plan is this. Food can be used as a regular way to improve others' favorability, but it should be done step by step. You can't take out the trump card at the beginning. It's just like Shiraishi's graphics card strategy in his previous life. A time traveler traveled back from 2050 to 2020 with a 9080, but the old man Huang took out a 9090. In fact, the highest grade circulated on the market is only 3080. Let the other party taste Alice's food first to improve a wave of favorability. When it is almost done, bring out the cooking of Zyudangia to increase the favorability. This is the way to maximize the role of Alice and Zyudangia. Yashiro senpai, how is it? Very delicious. Uchiha Yashiro kept praising, saying, it is the most delicious dish I have ever eaten. Shiraishi, who made this? Alice. Who is Alice? A ninja cat. She likes cooking, so she is quite knowledgeable in cooking. Ninja cat? Uchiha Yashiro raised his eyebrows slightly. That's really amazing. After eating supper, Uchiha Yashiro left. Shiraishi looked at the direction where Uchiha Yashiro left, or more precisely, at the line of words above Uchiha Yashiro's head. 55. Uchiha's reliable junior. Compared with the last time, the favorability has increased by almost 10 points. This proves that Uchiha Yashiro's trust and optimism in Shiraishi have been increasing. Otherwise, it would not be possible to have such a fast improvement speed. Uchiha Shizu looked at Shiraishi. Shiraishi, you just said that the next Hokage might be Danzo? That's right. Shiraishi nodded. I didn't lie to the 8th Hokage. In fact, Shizu, if you do the math yourself, you can see that there are actually very few young ninjas in this village who are good enough. The Hyuga clan, none. Inoshika-chou, none. The Sarutobi clan, Shinosuke disappeared for a long time, and Asuma's qualifications, strength, and achievements are completely insufficient. Jiraiya and Tsunade are not in the village, and they are not interested in the position of Hokage. Orochimaru defected. The only person who can be found and match the position of Hokage is Danzo. Uchiha Shizu thought of a candidate. What about Kakashi senpai? Not very likely. For one thing, Kakashi is not strong enough. He is called an elite jonin, but his ability to fight continuously is too poor. If such a person becomes Hokage, he will be easily attacked and killed by people from other villages. Moreover, Kakashi has the Sharingan of our Uchiha clan. Uchiha Shizu proposed another idea. Hokage-sama is in good condition. It is impossible that he will be in poor condition in the next few years. After a few years, maybe Hokage-sama can train Asuma. Shiraishi said lightly, that is also a possibility. But Shizu, what we have to consider is the worst possible situation that Uchiha may face, right? Uchiha Shizu lowered his head. In other words, civil war may really happen. Chapter 58 Shizu, let me be the Hokage? Actually, there is a way. What way? Just like I said before. What? Uchiha Shizu was stunned for a moment, not understanding what Shiraishi was referring to. Shiraishi glanced out the window. Shizu, don't you think that the situation in Uchiha is actually somewhat similar to that in Konoha? The Uchiha is divided into conservatives and radicals. Internally, the top and the bottom are not united. Externally, there are many conflicts and contradictions. The situation in Konoha is the same. Internally, there are conflicts between ninja families, between civilian ninjas, and even between village leaders. And externally, the Hidden Mist Village, the Hidden Cloud Village, the Hidden Sand Village, the Hidden Rock Village, which ninja village has no hatred for Konoha. Uchiha Shizu's pupils shrank. Shiraishi, do you mean that Hokage-sama didn't do a good job? When talking about the situation in Uchiha before, Shiraishi said that Uchiha Fugaku didn't do a good job. Now that the situation in Konoha is like this, doesn't it mean that Sarutobi Hiruzen didn't do a good job? Hokage-sama, you have done quite well, right? The war ended, and the village has lived a peaceful life. The situation in the village is also very stable now, both externally and internally. Hokage-sama has handled it very well. This is one of the few differences between Uchiha Shizu and Shiraishi. Shiraishi does not think that Sarutobi Hiruzen has done well enough. But in Uchiha Shizu's opinion, Sarutobi Hiruzen deserves respect. And Uchiha Itachi respects Sarutobi Hiruzen even more. Shiraishi shook his head. That's not what I meant, Shizu. Konoha is much bigger than Uchiha, with more people and more complicated situations, so it must be more difficult to manage. The current situation of Konoha is indeed okay, but I don't think any successor is qualified. Even Danzo, who we just analyzed and whose conditions are closest to the position of Hokage. So, I have an idea, Shizu. Maybe your goal should not be just to be the head of the Uchiha clan. If you can become Hokage, all problems will be solved. First of all, Uchiha will not be targeted if Danzo takes the position. Second, with your talent, Shizu, if you become Hokage, I think you can do very well, better than the other candidates we just listed. And Shizu, you really want to see Konoha become better, right? Uchiha Shizu's pupils shrank. Let me be Hokage? This is something Uchiha Shizu has never thought of. Last time, Shiraishi proposed that Uchiha Shizu should be the clan leader, which was something Uchiha Shizu had never thought of. But it was different this time. Hokage, these two words were too high, too big, and too far for Uchiha Shizu. Can I do it? Why not? Shiraishi asked Uchiha Shizu in return. Shizu, you have a very high ninja talent. There are not many people in the whole Konoha who can match your talent. Kakashi, Asuma, these people are not as good as you. Besides, you are also an Uchiha. Behind you, you have the support of the entire Uchiha. Now the reputation of Uchiha has begun to improve, and it will definitely get better and better in the future. In addition, Uchiha is also one of the founders of Konoha. Even if it is not out of consideration for Uchiha, Shizu, you are a more suitable candidate for Hokage than Danzo. Uchiha Shizu still shook his head. Too far away. I have never thought about this matter, Shiraishi. Let's ignore this for now. No matter how bad the Hokage's condition is, he should be able to continue working as a Hokage for a few more years. Let's deal with the Uchiha situation. Shiraishi nodded. Okay. With such an idea, Shiraishi naturally did not expect Uchiha Shizu to agree immediately after listening to it once, but as long as Uchiha Shizu heard it, it would have a subtle influence. To truly solve the Uchiha problem, it is not enough to just let Uchiha Shizu be the clan leader. Even if the situation was stable in the era of Uchiha Shizu, there would still be problems later. After all, everything is driven by interests. Of course, the resistance for an Uchiha to become Hokage is very great, but things are changing. Shiraishi does not think it is completely impossible. In the middle of the night, a figure walked in. It was Violet. Sir. Konoha is strict about the entry and exit of humans, but it doesn't care so much about ninja cats. In the past, ninja cats often entered and left the village. No one noticed Violet. How is the situation over there? My lord, the woman has been rescued by Kajero and is living in the cave. As for the other person, Kajero saw the other person leave alive. Thank you for your hard work. You're welcome, sir. Back in the room, Shiraishi lay on the bed, looking at the ceiling, summarizing the past period of time. First, the Uchiha side. The reform of the patrol department has been completed, and Uchiha Shizu is about to succeed the position of the head of the security department. Then it's Shiraishi himself. He learned 2 new ninjutsu, Fire Style Phoenix Claw Red, Fire Style Great Flame Bull Jutsu, and a Jinjutsu, the kind used with the Sharingan, which greatly improved his overall strength. Then, it's the favor ability. There are 3 people whose favor ability is currently being improved. Uchiha Yashiro, Uchiha Sasuke, Uchiha Itachi. The favor ability of the 8th generation senior should be improved relatively quickly. One reason is that the 8th generation senior has placed his hopes on me and Shizu, and the other reason is that the 8th generation senior will ask me for help in the future. The request that Shiraishi was referring to was when the 8th generation Uchiha was training the radical members. To be honest, the 8th generation Uchiha's energy was definitely not enough. At this time, if Shiraishi could get a ninja cat to help with the special training, then the favorability of the 8th generation Uchiha would definitely be greatly improved. Sasuke's favorability should be improved step by step. As for Itachi, he is seriously injured and unconscious, so there is no chance for the time being. It's almost time to find the next target to improve the favorability. Shiraishi still started from his own network. Uchiha Shisu, Uchiha Izumi, and the handmade ramen shop. These are the 3 directions that Shiraishi has the closest relationship with so far. Shisu doesn't seem to have any good suitable targets for the time being. In fact, the 8th Hokage can be considered a target derived from Shisu's connections. There is no handmade ramen shop for the time being either. Can we start with Uchiha Izumi? Through Uchiha Izumi, contact Uchiha Izumi's team leader, Sarutobi Sayuri. I don't know what her talent is. She can be listed as a candidate, but the specific situation requires me to get information about Sarutobi Sayuri from Izumi. Chapter 59 Uchiha Sasuke's Dream. Bang, bang, bang. There was a knock on the door. Mako Hirako opened the door. Miko senpai. Uchiha Sasuke poked his head inside. Is Shiraishi senpai here? The master is in the backyard. Mako Hirako glanced at Uchiha Sasuke calmly and said, you wait here, I'll go talk to the master. Okay. Mako Hirako turned and left. Uchiha Sasuke stood at the door and took 2 steps inside. A ninja cat looked over and looked at Uchiha Sasuke curiously. Meow. Uchiha Sasuke forced a smile. Meow. Mako Hirako came to the backyard. Master, Sasuke is here. Sasuke, bring him to the backyard? Yes, sir. Soon, Mako Hirako brought Uchiha Sasuke to the backyard. Senior Shiraishi. Good morning, Sasuke. Good morning, Senior. Shiraishi could see that Uchiha Sasuke was in a bad mood. It was expected that Uchiha Sasuke was a brother con, and Uchiha Itachi's condition was very bad. I heard about Itachi's situation. It's a pity. Is the situation better now? Uchiha Sasuke shook his head. My brother hasn't woken up yet. The medical ninja just said that there is no danger of life, but I don't know when he will wake up. The worst case scenario is that he may never wake up. Uchiha Sasuke lowered his head. Plop. Tears fell to the ground. Shiraishi comforted him. Sasuke, don't worry too much. Itachi's condition should not be that bad. With his talent, his physical recovery ability must be very strong, and more importantly, his spirit. Itachi is not a person who will give up easily. Sasuke, you have to believe him. Uchiha Sasuke raised his head, his eyes red. Yes, Senior Shiraishi, I believe it. That's good, don't worry, it'll be fine. Shiraishi patted Uchiha Sasuke's shoulder. By the way, Sasuke, you came here today. Is there anything you want to talk to me about? Senior Shiraishi, I want to buy some snacks to take back. The snacks here are delicious, and my brother likes them, so I thought of taking some back and putting them by my brother's bed. Maybe my brother can wake up faster after smelling the snacks. Shiraishi raised his eyebrows slightly. This is a good idea, you can try it. I'll let Alice do it later. Thank you, Senior Shiraishi. You're welcome. Shiraishi looked at Mako Hirako. Mako, talk to Alice and make some snacks with a stronger fragrance. Yes, sir. When Mako Hirako left the backyard, Shiraishi's eyes turned back to Uchiha Sasuke and pointed to the bench next to him. Sasuke, sit down and talk. Okay. Uchiha Sasuke sat down. Shiraishi didn't speak immediately, but just glanced at Uchiha Sasuke. A line of text appeared above Uchiha Sasuke's head. 66. A very good senior. Shiraishi was quite satisfied with this number, because he didn't have many opportunities to interact with Sasuke, but he could improve a lot every time, steadily going up. A gust of wind blew in from outside the yard. It smelled a bit like the grass in the woods. Sasuke, do you have any dreams? Dream? Uchiha Sasuke was stunned for a moment. I don't think I have thought about this question before, but now, I think I should have a dream. I want to take my brother as my goal, and become a person like my brother. Train hard, learn ninjutsu, and become stronger. Fight against the enemy with the goal of protecting my family, friends, clan, and village. Even if I sacrifice my life, I will never retreat a single step. My brother is a hero. Uchiha Sasuke's eyes showed a firmness. Shiraishi asked calmly, Then Sasuke, will you blame Shizu? Senior Shizu? That's right. Uchiha Sasuke was silent for a moment and shook his head. Senior Shizu is here for the mission. My brother told me that as a ninja, the mission is the most important thing. Anything else should be put aside. Shiraishi retracted his gaze. Uchiha Sasuke's words proved that Uchiha Sasuke had been influenced by Uchiha Itachi. However, when talking about the target to be protected, Uchiha Sasuke mentioned his family, partners, and clan in addition to the village, which shows that Uchiha Sasuke still has his own ideas. They are not exactly the same as Uchiha Itachi's ideas. In other words, after the first few attempts, Shiraishi had given up on changing Uchiha Itachi's mind. He only planned to use Uchiha Itachi. As for Uchiha Sasuke's words, Shiraishi felt that there was still a possibility of changing his mind. A white cat, standing upright, came to the door of the backyard. My lord, the snacks are ready. Okay. Shiraishi nodded. Sasuke, the snacks are ready. If you need more, you can come anytime. I'll ask Alice to make them for you. I hope Itachi can wake up soon. You should also take care of yourself. Yes. Thank you, Senior Shiraishi. Shiraishi watched Uchiha Sasuke leave. At this time, the number above Uchiha Sasuke's head changed again. 68. 22 points away from 90. There is not much difference. After a few more contacts, it can be raised to 80 points. Let Violet see Sasuke's true inner thoughts. Starting from this aspect, it shouldn't take too long to raise it to 90. The result of making a request with Uchiha Sasuke's good impression is worth looking forward to. Uchiha Yashiro stepped down from the position of Minister of the Guard Department. His successor was Uchiha Shizu. During the whole process, he did not discuss with Uchiha Fugaku. Instead, after completing the handover, Uchiha Shizu went directly to the Hokage building and obtained the approval of Sarutobi Hiruzen first. Uchiha Yashiro resumed his identity as a mission ninja. The entire security department is now under the control of Uchiha Shizu. With the position of the head of the security department, Uchiha Shizu is also a high-ranking member of the Uchiha clan. When he learned the news, Uchiha Fugaku was furious. Bang! A cup was smashed to the ground and shattered into countless pieces. Too much. What is this? Just completed the handover of the position of the head of the security department? What do you think of me as the clan leader? Uchiha Shizu, Senior Yasudi, what are you going to do? Are you going to rebel? Uchiha Fugaku knew that Uchiha Shizu might get the position of the head of the security department, but Uchiha Fugaku felt that at least Uchiha Yasudi would bring it up at the family meeting. At that time, Uchiha Fugaku would take action to stop it. But Uchiha Fugaku did not expect that Uchiha Yasudi and Uchiha Shizu would directly skip the family meeting. Chapter 60, Sayuri Sarutobi's favorability. Uchiha Fugaku was not the only one who was angry. However, it was the same as Shiraishi expected. The conservative faction united around Uchiha Fugaku. Even though they were dissatisfied with Uchiha Shizu's behavior of abandoning Uchiha Itachi during the mission, they did not want Uchiha Shizu to succeed the position of the head of the security department. They were dissatisfied with Uchiha Shizu because of Uchiha Fugaku's attitude. But when they learned that Uchiha Shizu's succession as the head of the security department had been approved by Sarutobi Hiruzen, they did not dare to discuss it loudly. The conservatives were too cowardly when facing the top leaders of Konoha. Even Uchiha Fugaku was like this, let alone the people below. Shizu is also focused on the mission after all. Hearing these discussions, Uchiha Fugaku was even more angry. In comparison, the members of the radical faction dared to express their dissatisfaction with Uchiha Shizu's behavior. They felt that Uchiha Shizu valued the interests of the village more than the interests of the family. However, under the control of Uchiha Yashiro, the situation of the radical faction stabilized. The 8th generation of Uchiha began to secretly conduct special training for the radical members. Uchiha Shizu was busy with the affairs of the guard department. The head of the patrol department was held by another Uchiha member. Shiraishi came to the street to purchase food. A wave of discussions entered Shiraishi's ears. Uchiha Shizu is really amazing. He is the head of the guard department at such a young age. Compared with Kakashi, he is not much inferior. No, Kakashi may be as strong as Uchiha Shizu at this age, but the position he holds is not comparable to Uchiha Shizu. I heard that the Hokage praised Uchiha Shizu. With the rise of Uchiha Shisu, the reputation of Uchiha in Konoha has been constantly changing. The emergence of the patrol department has diverted the contradiction. Uchiha Shisu's image is extremely positive. Of course, a large part of the reason for this is because of Sarutobi Hiruzen's support for Uchiha Shisu. Otherwise, it would be impossible for the Uchiha to reverse the public opinion alone. The Uchiha currently has no ability to manipulate public opinion. Even now, there are actually some negative voices among the villagers against Uchiha Shisu. Uchiha Shisu is too concerned about personal interests. For the sake of credit, he didn't even save Uchiha Itachi, a good friend of the clan. Now Uchiha Shisu has become the head of the security department, but Uchiha Itachi is said to be seriously injured and has not yet woken up. Such voices were first released by Uchiha Fugaku. Uchiha Fugaku was dissatisfied with Uchiha Shisu, but he couldn't do anything about Uchiha Shisu, so he could only resort to this last resort. However, it was Danzo who added fuel to the flames. To the Uchiha, Danzo was a fly flying in Konoha, no, a group of flies. Whenever an egg with a crack appeared, Danzo would pounce on it frantically. But, such an opportunity was created by Uchiha Fugaku. Shiraishi looked back in the direction of the Uchiha station and shook his head. At this moment, Shiraishi was even more disappointed with Uchiha Fugaku. However, now Uchiha Fugaku still has value in existence. Sarutobi Hiruzen's trust in Uchiha Shisu was built on the basis of the Uchiha split. Once Uchiha Fugaku died at this time, the Uchiha clan would most likely become centered around Uchiha Shisu. This was not what Sarutobi Hiruzen wanted to see. Facing these negative voices, Shiraishi quietly acted in secret and proposed the White Fang paradox in response. Back then, Konoha White Fang gave up the mission to save his partner, and Yorumas forced him to commit suicide. Now Uchiha Shisu is putting the mission first, and you are also talking nonsense about him. So, as a ninja of Konoha, should we put the mission first? For a moment, these people were speechless. In the Hokage building, Sarutobi Hiruzen held a document in his hand. At the beginning, Sarutobi Hiruzen had a smile on his face. Things are still going according to my plan. The conflict between Uchiha Shisu and Uchiha Fugaku is getting bigger and bigger. Not as good as the Hyuga main family and branch family, but not much different. Such an Uchiha can be used by me. Such an Uchiha is a good Uchiha. However, at the end of the document, when he saw the White Fang paradox, Sarutobi Hiruzen's face suddenly sank. On the other hand, Danzo, who was unhappy because adding fuel to the fire did not have the expected effect, couldn't help but smile after seeing the White Fang paradox. Danzo looked in the direction of the Hokage building. TSK, Hiruzen, how do you feel when you see this? Danzo thought quickly. If the matter of Konoha White Fang can be fermented a little, in fact, I'm not at a disadvantage in this matter. At least Uchiha Itachi was seriously injured on the Uchiha side. The position of the head of the security department was originally Uchiha Shisu. The matter of Konoha White Fang has dealt a blow to Hiruzen's reputation. In terms of conversion, Uchiha lost, Hiruzen lost, and I became the one who benefited. It's just the loss of 2 root members, it's nothing. Danzo was very tempted. However, after thinking about it seriously, Danzo gave up. The 2 root members who kidnapped Uchiha Raizumi were killed before, which made Danzo a little afraid. Danzo suspected that it was Sarutobi Hiruzen who did it. He was worried that, if he added fuel to the fire this time and Sarutobi Hiruzen found out, he would target him again. Don't act rashly. There's no need to reveal more flaws just to vent your anger. Damn it. The position of Hokage should be mine. Danzo became more and more angry as he thought about it. Senior Shiraishi. A voice suddenly sounded behind Shiraishi, very clear, a young girl's voice, like getting up early in the morning, picking fresh fruits in the woods, and having a good harvest. Izumi. Shiraishi turned around and saw Uchiha Raizumi in the figure standing next to Uchiha Raizumi, a young girl, long hair, black, wearing a Konoha forehead protector, not very old, maybe only 2 or 3 years older than Shiraishi. At this time, she was following Uchiha Raizumi's line of sight and looking at Shiraishi. There was a hint of curiosity in her eyes. Shiraishi soon realized the other party's identity. Sayuri Sarutobi. Uchiha Raizumi didn't have many friends outside of the Uchiha. Even if there were, they were classmates of the same age. It was still class time at the ninja school, so it was impossible for him to go out. As for the possibility that she was a member of Uchiha Raizumi's team, Shiraishi ruled it out the first time he saw her. The aura on her body was obviously not as immature as that of a genin. Uchiha Raizumi jumped up and waved his hand. Shiraishi stopped. Uchiha Raizumi trotted up holding Sayuri Sarutobi's hand. Shiraishi senpai, Izumi. Uchiha Raizumi introduced the two. Sayuri sensei, this is Shiraishi senpai that I have talked to you about many times. Shiraishi senpai, this is my instructor. Shiraishi looked at the words on Sayuri Sarutobi's head. 30. I heard from Izumi, he is a very good person. Right square bracket. Chapter 61 I love cats the most. Hello. Shiraishi took the initiative to extend his hand. Hello. Sayuri responded. But soon, Sayuri's eyes fell on Violet. Then, an expression of seeing something surprising appeared on her face. What a cute cat. Sayuri squatted down and looked at Violet. Violet took a small step back without making a sound. Sayuri was completely unaware. Shiraishi's eyebrows moved slightly. A cat lover? Then Shiraishi's confidence in improving Sarutobi Sayuri's favorability suddenly increased significantly. Food strategies are basically universal. If you add the ninja cat strategy, it means a two-pronged approach. Izumi, I'm going to the handmade ramen shop. Do you want to come with me? Without waiting for Uchiha Raizumi to answer, Sayuri agreed first. Okay. Along the way, Sayuri's eyes kept falling on Violet. Until entering the handmade ramen shop. Uncle Shouder, Sister Aim. Shouder and Aim looked up and saw that it was Shiraishi and smiled. Shiraishi. Shiraishi looked around. It was time for dinner, so there were many people. The seats at the front desk were basically full. Shiraishi looked at the corner. Izumi, let's sit there. Okay. The three of them and the cat sat down. Shiraishi and Violet sat on one side. Uchiha Raizumi and Sayuri sat opposite. What do you want to order? Aim came over with the menu. Give me a 3-person special ramen. Okay. Aim took a pen and wrote it down. Sarutobi Sayuri was stunned for a moment and looked at Aim. 3-person special ramen. What is that? I've eaten ramen many times at your house, but I've never seen this name on the menu. Is it a newly developed ramen? Aim nodded. Yes, it's a new ramen, with a fresh and rich flavor. It's a different style from the previous ramen. Then give me one too. Okay. Sarutobi Sayuri looked back at Uchiha Raizumi. Izumi, what about you? Me too. Okay, wait a moment. Aim left with the menu. Shiraishi looked at Sarutobi Sayuri and said as he looked her over. Sayuri senpai, I'll trouble you to take care of Izumi. She looks weak on the outside, but she's very opinionated. She won't change her mind easily. Please bear with me, Sayuri senpai. Thank you in advance. Sayuri waved her hand. You're welcome. Since I'm Izumi's teacher, I will definitely do my best. Besides, I only have one disciple. Speaking of which, this is my first time as a mentor. I don't have much experience. There must be something I didn't do well. Shiraishi looked curious. One disciple? Yes. Sayuri nodded and said. I was just promoted to special jonin. Izumi graduated early. The situation is a bit special. There is no one who is suitable to be Izumi's teammate for the time being, so I'm only with Izumi now. After a pause, Sayuri continued. By the way, I heard from Izumi that Shiraishi is the owner of the ninja tool shop. Yes, I have heard of Granny Cat. Is the ninja tool shop that you inherited now, Shiraishi? Yes. Are there many ninja cats in the ninja tool shop? Shiraishi nodded. Sayuri's eyes lit up. Then can I go to your shop to take a look? Shiraishi was stunned for a moment. He didn't expect Sayuri to make this request. After all, even though the reputation of Uchiha has improved a lot now, most people are just less resistant to Uchiha, and there are not many people who want to take the initiative to contact Uchiha. Shiraishi's eyes changed slightly. What is this Sayuri's purpose? Simply love for cats? Shiraishi glanced at Violet. Violet nodded. It means that Shiraishi can agree to Sayuri Sarutobi's request, and Sayuri Sarutobi has no bad intentions. Shiraishi raised his eyebrows slightly. It's really just because of your love for cats. Shiraishi smiled at Sayuri Sarutobi. Since it is a simple reason, Shiraishi will definitely welcome it. After all, this is not a bad thing for Shiraishi, and it can also improve Sayuri Sarutobi's favorability faster. Okay, but the ninja tool shop is in the Uchiha residence. Sayuri was a little disappointed, thinking she had misunderstood. Is it not possible? It's not that we can't, but it's just that the situation of our Uchiha in Konoha is not good. If you, Sayuri Sr., enter the Uchiha residence and are seen by others, I don't know if it will have a bad impact on you, Sayuri Sr. What does it matter? Sayuri patted her chest. Although she was not very old, she was already quite tall, and her chest swayed slightly as Sayuri patted. Uncle Hirozen has asked me to be Izumi's instructor, so what problems can there be with Uchiha? We are all from the same village. Even if the relationship with some people is not good, they are still companions. Sayuri seemed to be completely unaware of the awkward situation of Uchiha in the village and the conflicts between them and the village leaders. Even now, because of Shiraishi's plan, the conflicts between Uchiha and the village leaders have eased a little. But Sarutobi Hirozen's attitude towards Uchiha is just to use them. He does not completely trust Uchiha. His vigilance against Uchiha has not been reduced. But from Violet's observation of Sarutobi Sayuri really doesn't know about these. This is actually a bit similar to the conservatives of Uchiha. Sayuri thinks that the problem between Uchiha and the village is not a big problem. No matter what, Uchiha is a member of the village. The conservatives of Uchiha also think so. They only know how to give in and accept it, and never thought that the village leaders would really take action against them. In a sense, Sarutobi Hirozen also used Sayuri Sarutobi. He made Sayuri Sarutobi the teacher of Uchiha Raizumi. Once the Uchiha really went to war with the village leaders, Sayuri Sarutobi's situation would become very embarrassing. Of course, this is only the worst possibility. But since it is a possibility, it can happen. Since Sayuri Senpai doesn't mind, then I welcome Sayuri Senpai to visit the ninja tool shop. Sayuri's face lit up. Shiraishi, thank you. You're welcome. Then let's go there after we finish eating ramen, okay? Is it convenient? Shiraishi shrugged. No problem for me, it depends on your arrangement. Sayuri hesitated for a moment, looked at Uchiha Raizumi, and said in a slightly coquettish tone. Izumi, let's go to Shiraishi's ninja tool shop this afternoon, okay? Can the task that the teacher promised you to carry out start tomorrow? Tomorrow the teacher will treat you to barbecue. Uchiha Raizumi nodded helplessly. Okay. Shiraishi looked at the two and shook his head. At this moment, the two people's roles seem to have been swapped. Sayuri Sarutobi is the naive disciple and Izumi Uchiha is the mature teacher. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 62. What is Hokage's purpose? That's great. Izumi, thank you. Sayuri Sarutobi hugged Uchiha Raizumi. Uchiha Raizumi blushed. Teacher, there are so many people here. Sorry. Sayuri let go of Uchiha Raizumi. At this time, Aim just brought ramen over. There were 4 servings in total. To be exact, it was 3.5 servings. Shiraishi, Sayuri Sarutobi, and Uchiha Raizumi, 1 serving each. Violet got half a serving. Can ninja cats eat ramen? Sayuri looked at Violet curiously. Shiraishi nodded. Violet's situation is quite special. There is a certain difference between normal ninja cats and human food. It's not that they can't eat human food at all, but they can't just follow human recipes. But it's okay for Violet. There is a big difference between the strengthened ninja cats and normal ninja cats. Try the ramen. This ramen is delicious. Of course, the other ramen in the store is not bad either. But if you haven't tried this, you have to eat it while it's hot. It tastes best. Good. As soon as she took a bite, Sayuri Sarutobi felt it. It's really good. Strictly speaking, the 3-person special ramen is actually a little better than other ramen in the store. After all, the recipe was developed by Alice. In terms of talent, Alice is better than Handmade. And Alice is standing on the shoulders of giants. Only a small part of the handmade cooking foundation comes from predecessors. Most of it is self-explored. But Alice, as soon as she was born, the food system has developed to a very high level. Alice's family, school teachers, and classmates, even the restaurants outside the school, they are all top chefs. Even the technology of that world has a lot of services for food. Shiraishi ate slowly. Uchiha Izumi was very serious. Violet was elegant. Only Sayuri Sarutobi seemed to have a different style. At this point, Shiraishi can be sure that Sayuri Sarutobi is indeed a little too simple. Maybe she was protected too well by her parents before, and then they didn't have too high expectations. Maybe they just hope that Sayuri Sarutobi can live a simple and happy life. As far as the ninja world is concerned, this kind of training method is actually not appropriate. But it is not difficult to understand what happened to the Sarutobi clan. Sarutobi Hiruzen has been in power for too long. After he stepped down, his successor was still the disciple of Sarutobi Hiruzen's disciple. Overall, the status of the Sarutobi clan did not change much. After the death of Minato Namikaze, Sarutobi Hiruzen took power again. Many people in the Sarutobi clan will have such a feeling. That is, the Sarutobi clan has completely controlled Konoha. Konoha is the Konoha of the Sarutobi clan. And Sayuri Sarutobi is still Sarutobi Hiruzen's niece. In addition, Sayuri Sarutobi called Sarutobi Hiruzen uncle, not uncle. Then Sayuri Sarutobi is obviously the daughter of her parents in their old age. It is normal to be particularly spoiled. Her parents and family protected her well. Hiruzen Sarutobi only had 2 sons and no daughters, so Sayuri Sarutobi was like a princess. Then, the people around Sayuri Sarutobi would also be good. When a person fails, all the people around him are bad guys. When a person succeeds, all the people around him are good guys. Under many factors, Sayuri Sarutobi is like this. I'll pay the bill. No, I'll pay it. I'm Izumi's brother. It's reasonable for me to pay. Shiraishi stood up. This might be an opportunity to improve his favorability. It only costs a little money. How could Shiraishi let it go? He came to the front desk first. Sister Aim. Shiraishi took out a few banknotes and put them on the front desk. But Aim didn't take them. Shiraishi, didn't we agree that it's free for you to eat in the restaurant? I know, I'm paying for them. The same. That's different. We can't do that. If that happens, I won't dare to come. Aim looked at Shouder for help. Put it on the account. Shiraishi, is that okay? Whatever Shiraishi said, Aim and Shouder disagreed, as if putting it on the account was their biggest concession. Okay. The cat and 3 people walked out of the Shouder Ramen restaurant. Then they headed towards the direction of the Uchiha station. Some strange eyes looked over. It must be said that the combination of the cat and 3 people really attracts people's attention. A cat walking like a human, 2 members of the Uchiha clan, and a member of the Sarutobi clan. Such a combination, no matter how you look at it, is strange. Why are people from the Sarutobi clan together with people from the Uchiha clan? Only a very few people understand the situation. That's Uchiha Izumi. I heard she's another good little genius in Uchiha. She graduated early, and the Hokage arranged for his niece to be the instructor of Uchiha Izumi. It was actually arranged by the Hokage? Is it the same as before? The second Hokage accepted Uchiha Kagami as his disciple, the 4th Hokage accepted Uchiha Obito as his disciple, and now the Hokage arranged for Sarutobi Sayuri to accept Uchiha Izumi as his disciple. It may be for the same purpose. After entering the Uchiha station, such sight disappeared. However, it was replaced by another sight. Suspicion, scrutiny, resistance, disgust. These were the looks that the Uchiha members had to face from ordinary villagers outside the Uchiha station. Sarutobi Sayuri felt a little uncomfortable. Izumi, do they really hate me? But, this is the first time they see me, right? Uchiha Izumi opened his mouth, not knowing how to answer. Shiraishi explained vaguely, it's not that they hate it, it's just that there are very few outsiders in our base, so they are a little uncomfortable with your arrival. Is that so? Sarutobi Sayuri showed a look of realization. I'm Izumi's teacher. It's normal for me to come to the Uchiha base. When I come a few more times in the future, they will get used to it, right? Shiraishi nodded. That's right. Not long after, the 3 people and the cat arrived near the ninja tool shop. That kind of sight was completely gone. because there were no more people around. Meow. A ninja cat happened to be at the door and saw Shiraishi and looked over. So cute. Sarutobi Sayuri looked at the ninja cat as if she was captured all of a sudden. Go in. Shiraishi walked in front. Violet followed closely behind Shiraishi. Then came Uchiha Izumi and Sarutobi Sayuri. Irakomako retreated to the back. There were more than a dozen ninja cats in various locations in the ninja tool shop. On the floor, counters, shelves. For a moment, Sayuri Sarutobi was dazzled. Shiraishi took out a bottle of cat snacks and handed it to Sayuri. These are snacks for the ninja cats. You can try to feed them. Don't worry, they are very friendly and won't hurt you. Thank you. The number on Sayuri Sarutobi's head jumped suddenly. However, Sayuri Sarutobi's love for the ninja cats still made Shiraishi feel a little strange. Chapter 63. Shizu is the same as Uncle Hiruzen. It is understandable that a person likes cats. It is also understandable that a person likes cats to the extent that Sayuri Sarutobi shows now. However, Konoha is not without other cats except ninja cats. On the contrary, there are many ordinary cats in Konoha. Shortly after the students of the ninja school have just graduated, the instructors often take these young genin to perform low-level tasks, and finding lost cats and dogs is one of them. Therefore, even if she is not an Uchiha, the possibility of Sayuri Sarutobi coming into contact with cats is not small. Even in her own home, she can keep cats. Sayuri Sarutobi squatted down and shook the bottle. Hearing the familiar voice, the ninja cats immediately gathered around and called out. Even if they saw Sayuri Sarutobi for the first time, they would rub their heads against Sayuri Sarutobi's palm. These cat snacks made by Alice are too attractive to ordinary ninja cats. Sayuri Sarutobi smiled and touched the heads of the ninja cats. Violet sat on the roof and glanced at the ninja cats inside through the ability of the gaze fruit. Shiraishi looked at the top of Sayuri Sarutobi's head. 36. People who like cats are all very good people. Shiraishi's eyebrows moved slightly. Shiraishi had seen a similar sentence on the top of his head before. People who like ramen are not too bad. It is basically the same as what Sayuri Sarutobi said. Humans will naturally have a good impression of people who have the same hobbies as them. In the future, I can expand my hobbies according to my goals. Shiraishi pulled a chair over and sat down. Izumi, bring a chair for Sayuri senpai. Okay. Uchiha Izumi trotted into the lounge and brought out 2 chairs. Izumi, thank you. Sayuri Sarutobi had just sat down when a white ninja cat jumped lightly and came to Sayuri Sarutobi's legs and sat cross-legged. Meow. It was trying to please Sayuri Sarutobi, wanting the snacks in her hand. However, cats are different from dogs in that, even when they are trying to please each other, they are still somewhat proud, not so flattering, and their little heads are slightly raised. Uchiha Izumi sat down next to Shiraishi. Izumi, doesn't Sayuri senpai have a cat at home? Uchiha Izumi shook his head. Sayuri senpai likes cats very much, but the elders in Sayuri senpai's family cannot keep cats. They will have difficulty breathing if they are in close contact with them, which is very strange. Therefore, if Sayuri senpai comes into contact with a cat outside, she must take a bath before returning home to remove all traces of cats on her body. Shiraishi nodded. It seems that Sayuri senpai's elder is allergic to cats. Most likely, it is to cat hair. Such people exist in every world. In Shiraishi's previous life, people with such allergic constitutions would keep a hairless cat if they really liked cats. But in Shiraishi's opinion, hairless cats and ordinary cats are basically 2 completely different creatures. Izumi, how do you feel after becoming a formal genin? Not bad. Uchiha Izumi smiled. Even though I haven't taken any missions yet, I don't have to study step by step like the students in the ninja school, but can follow my own ideas. Teacher Sayuri has planned my plans for the next 1 or 2 years. First, take on the easy D-level missions to get familiar with the mission process. Then do special training to improve your strength. When your strength is almost improved, you can take on more difficult missions. I hope I can become stronger as soon as possible and contribute to my family and the village. Uchiha Izumi's eyes were full of expectations. Work hard, but also pay attention to safety, especially when going out on missions. Ninja is a very dangerous job. Izumi, you should have heard about Itachi's matter, right? Uchiha Izumi nodded. I heard that Itachi was seriously injured and is still unconscious. Sarutobi Sayori heard the two people's discussion and shifted her gaze. Shiraishi, Izumi, are you talking about Uchiha Itachi? Yes, teacher. Sayori Sarutobi sighed. Uchiha Itachi is really pitiful. Pitiful? Shiraishi raised his eyebrows slightly. He was abandoned by his own companions. Of course it's pitiful. Uchiha Shisu, like Uncle Hiruzen, regards the village and the mission as more important than anything else. Indeed, the mission is very important for ninjas. But companions are equally important. Shiraishi did not speak. Uchiha Izumi explained for Uchiha Shisu. Senior Shisu must have difficulties. I heard that the mission is related to the undercover of the Hidden Mist Village. Once the undercover of the Hidden Mist Village takes the information of Konoha out, there will be very serious consequences. More people will die. Sayori Sarutobi said, that's true. I don't think Uchiha Shisu did anything wrong, but I think I couldn't make the same choice as Uchiha Shisu if I were in his situation. A series of soft footsteps sounded. Shiraishi looked over. Alice was seen carrying a plate, walking out of the kitchen, and into the ninja tool shop. My lord, the cakes are ready. Shiraishi nodded. Thank you for your hard work, Alice. Just put it on the table. Okay, my lord. After Alice put down the plate, she turned and left. Sarutobi Sayori stared at Alice's back with burning eyes. What a cute cat. This look. If it weren't for the fact that Sarutobi Sayori hadn't done anything excessive to the ninja cats until now, Shiraishi would have thought that Sarutobi Sayori was a pervert. After Alice's back completely disappeared, Sarutobi Sayori's sight fell on Shiraishi. Her eyes were full of envy. Shiraishi noticed that at this moment, the number above Sarutobi Sayori's head changed again. It was 36 before, and now it has become 40. Let's not talk about other things. Alice made some pastries. Izumi, Sayori-senpai, come and try some. Alice's cooking skills are very good. Thank you. Sayori Sarutobi picked up a piece of pastry. As soon as she took a bite, she was pleasantly surprised. It's delicious. The number above Sayori Sarutobi's head changed again. 41. Shiraishi's eyes flickered. Eating the delicious pastries made by Alice only increased my favorability by 1 point, but seeing Alice appear directly increased my favorability by 4 points. The love for cats completely exceeds the love for food. Chapter 64. What is a loving father and a filial son? This is probably a deep cat lover. In this case, the food route is still possible, but the main route is still the cat route. After eating the cakes, Sayori Sarutobi continued to devote herself to petting cats. It was not until late that she reluctantly left the ninja tool shop. Uchiha Izumi sent Sayori Sarutobi to the door of the Uchiha residence. Shiraishi looked at Violet. Violet, how is it? My lord, Sayori Sarutobi has a very simple mind and no complicated thoughts. What she says is basically what she thinks in her heart, and she likes cats very much. Is it to the point of perversion? That's not the case, but I don't like it very much. When Sayori Sarutobi looked at the ninja cat, the eagerness in her eyes made Violet feel a little numb when she recalled it now. Shiraishi nodded. Before, Shiraishi listed Sayori Sarutobi as a backup, but now, Shiraishi has already identified Sayori Sarutobi as the target. Judging from her talent, Sayori Sarutobi may not be very strong. After all, she is a member of the Sarutobi clan. It is not a special bloodline family. However, she is not too bad. At this age, even if she becomes a special jonin, in addition to the relationship with the Sarutobi clan, she must have a little talent, strength, and ability. More importantly, Shiraishi has a way to quickly improve Sayori Sarutobi's favorability. That is, the cat route. I wonder who will respond to Sayori Sarutobi's favorability. It seems that there are not many cat slaves. The 8th generation of Uchiha has completely retired from the guard department and is conducting special training for some radical members in a secret place. Some Anbu ninjas, under the order of Sarutobi Hiruzen, are secretly observing the guard department and Uchiha. Danzo did not make any big moves. The sky was just getting light. A sound of footsteps came hurriedly to the ninja tool shop. Shiraishi Sr. Shiraishi looked at the door. Sasuke, good morning. Good morning. How is Itachi now? Uchiha Sasuke shook his head. Brother hasn't woken up yet. However, Senior Shiraishi, the food you asked me to bring back last time seems to have some effect. I took the food into brother's room and brother had a little reaction after smelling the food. Really? That's great. Sasuke, you can come to my place more often in the future. I'll ask Alice to cook. By the way, Sasuke, what does Itachi like to eat most? Brother likes meatballs. Okay, then I'll ask Alice to make meatballs later. Thank you Senior Shiraishi. You're welcome. I also hope Itachi can wake up earlier. Shiraishi pointed to the chair next to him. Sit down. Uchiha Sasuke sat down and hesitated. Senior Shiraishi, there is something I want to talk to you about. What is it? That day, I heard my father talking to other people outside the study. They seemed very dissatisfied with Senior Shisu. They wanted to suddenly take action at some meeting to capture Senior Shisu and imprison him. Shiraishi frowned. Imprison Shisu? Yes. Uchiha Sasuke nodded. I heard it with my own ears. It can't be false. I don't know why my father would do such a thing, but I know that my brother respects Senior Shisu very much. My brother told me a lot about Senior Shisu before. Maybe it has something to do with my brother's serious injury this time. But I don't think Senior Shisu can be blamed for this. Based on my understanding of my brother will definitely not blame Senior Shisu. If my brother wakes up and knows that my father has imprisoned Senior Shisu, he will definitely be very angry. Senior Shiraishi, you are also a senior that my brother respects very much. The only thing I can think of is to tell you about this matter. Uchiha Sasuke looked up at Shiraishi. Shiraishi looked at Uchiha Sasuke. Then he reached out and patted Uchiha Sasuke on the shoulder. Sasuke, you did a good job. Leave this matter to me. But you must not let anyone know that you told me this, otherwise it will be difficult for you, Sasuke. After all, Fugaku-senpai is your father. Uchiha Sasuke nodded. I know. Soon, Alice's meatballs were ready. Shiraishi handed the bag of meatballs to Uchiha Sasuke. Watching Uchiha Sasuke's back as he left, Shiraishi narrowed his eyes slightly. Really interesting. Shiraishi looked at the location of Uchiha Fugaku's house. As the leader of the conservative faction, he is submissive and has never fought for the interests of his family. He only knows how to tolerate. The station is gone, the status is gone, and the source of benefits is gone. Internally, he has become tough. Do you still want to imprison Shisu? Shiraishi will never allow such a thing to happen. What is the premise for Sarutobi Hiruzen to tolerate Uchiha? The Uchiha must be divided into two forces that can compete with each other, fight, and have great contradictions. Such Uchiha is the Uchiha that Sarutobi Hiruzen needs. Once Shisu is successfully imprisoned by Uchiha Fugaku, the balance of the two forces will be broken. Sarutobi Hiruzen's fear of Uchiha will increase significantly, because in a sense, Uchiha Shisu can be regarded as one of his own in Sarutobi Hiruzen's eyes. Uchiha Fugaku's attack on Uchiha Shisu can easily make Sarutobi Hiruzen think too much. Even if Uchiha Fugaku doesn't mean that. Uchiha Fugaku's thinking is limited to the Uchiha clan. But Sarutobi Hiruzen's thinking is based on the situation of the entire village. At that time, the crisis situation of Uchiha will return to the state before the reform of the guard department. That is, Shiraishi's plan in the past period of time and Uchiha Shisu's operation are ruined. No, it may even be worse. Fortunately, Sasuke told me the news in time. Since I already knew the news, Uchiha Fugaku's plan would not succeed. Suddenly, Shiraishi's expression became strange again. But speaking of it, whether it is Uchiha Itachi or Uchiha Sasuke, it seems that they don't have a deep feeling for their parents. Uchiha Itachi can kill his parents for the village. After hearing the current news, Uchiha Sasuke did not go to Uchiha Fugaku to confirm or inquire, but directly told me the news. Is it that Uchiha Sasuke was too influenced by Uchiha Itachi? Or is it a genetic thing? Born indifferent to parental affection? Father is kind and son is filial? Chapter 65 Yashiro, Fugaku is too narrow-minded. At night, Uchiha Yashiro, Uchiha Shisu, and Shiraishi sat down in the lounge. The door of the ninja tool shop was closed. Violet sat on the roof. Irakomako stood in the backyard. Zyudanjia and Alice were busy in the kitchen. Uchiha Yashiro's face was a little ugly. What? Can Fugaku do this? Shiraishi told Uchiha Fugaku's plan. Even if the conservatives and radicals have different ideas, after all, we are all Uchiha, all from the same ninja family. How can he do this? Uchiha Shizu was silent. Shiraishi said, "This is what Uchiha Sasuke said to me personally. He heard it with his own ears. It can't be false." After a pause, Shiraishi glanced at Uchiha Shizu. "In fact, a long time ago, I told Shizu that Senior Fugaku is really not suitable to be the clan leader. He is too weak towards the outside world. It can be said that the reason why the interests of Uchiha are not protected is, on the one hand, the relentless pressure from the village's top leaders, and on the other hand, the incompetence of Senior Fugaku as the clan leader. But now I realize that Senior Fugaku is not just incompetent. To the outside world, he is submissive. Internally, he strikes hard. Everything Shizu does is for the family. Itachi's affairs are not Shizu's fault. Senior Yasuki, you know this very well. That mission was actually a test of Shizu by the Hokage. If Shizu made another decision at the time, he would lose the trust of the Hokage. Then the impact on our plan will be very great. Uchiha will lose an opportunity." Uchiha Yasuki frowned. "But speaking of internal affairs, Fugaku has never taken any action against the radical faction led by me. It doesn't make sense to say that he is afraid of my strength. Fugaku obviously knows that I support Shizu. Since he didn't take any action against me, why did he take action against Shizu?" Shiraishi looked at Uchiha Shizu again. "Maybe it's because Shizu really threatens Itachi." "Threat?" Uchiha Yashiro was stunned. Shiraishi explained, "It's not a threat to life, Yasuda-senpai. The threat I was talking about is that Shizu threatened the position of clan leader that Fugaku-senpai was going to give to Itachi. Yasuda-senpai, you led the radical faction and clashed with the village, causing some clan members to no longer listen to Fugaku-senpai's words. However, it had no impact on Fugaku-senpai's position in Uchiha. The position of clan leader is still firmly in the hands of Fugaku-senpai. But Shizu is different. Shizu is very young. He is often compared to Itachi by everyone. And in the eyes of outsiders, Shizu is valued by the Hokage. In addition, Itachi was seriously injured this time." Uchiha Yasuda-senpai frowned even deeper. "Is Fugaku so narrow-minded? Do you think Shizu is after the position of clan leader? Do you think I just want to push Shizu to be the next Uchiha clan leader? We have worked so hard. Shiraishi has made careful arrangements. Shizu has endured humiliation, and I have also tried my best to train the radical members in order to take back what belongs to us Uchiha. But Fugaku actually underestimates us and wants to go against us." Uchiha Yashiro sighed. "To be honest, this kind of Fugaku makes me feel very unfamiliar. Before, I just thought Fugaku was timid and afraid of things, but he can still do well in maintaining the status quo, but he is not aggressive enough. Therefore, I decided to take responsibility for the aggressive part. But his current behavior has disappointed me." Shiraishi roughly analyzed Uchiha Fugaku's psychology. One is that Uchiha Fugaku does not think that the Uchiha clan will face the disaster of extinction. No matter how the village leaders force them, the Uchiha can always survive in Konoha. At worst, just take a step back. If we take a step back, the overall interests of Uchiha will be greatly affected. However, the biggest impact is on the middle and lower classes. Uchiha Fugaku himself and the top Uchiha officials will not be affected. In a poor African country, the civilians below may not even have enough to eat, but the king of this country can often live a very luxurious life. Therefore, Uchiha Fugaku will only give in when facing the village top leaders. If he confronts the village top leaders, Uchiha Fugaku himself will face risks. When facing a strong enemy, he never thought about confronting the enemy, but constantly ceding land and constantly paying compensation to ensure that his luxurious life will not be disturbed. When Shiraishi thought of this, he was suddenly stunned, because he felt that such a plot seemed a bit too familiar. Isn't that the content of a certain dynasty in the textbooks of the previous life? However, internally, Uchiha Fugaku's approach is somewhat different. It may be because of the size that there are not so many classes, so the oppression of the bottom is not so severe. Ordinary people in Uchiha still have no problem eating. Uchiha Fugaku could accept Uchiha Yashiro because he would not threaten the position of clan leader. In addition, it might be that Uchiha Fugaku wanted to see if the radicals led by Uchiha Yashiro could win some benefits for Uchiha. If successful, the benefits belong to Uchiha. If failed, all the blame would be put on the radicals and Uchiha Yashiro. But this is too narrow-minded, really too narrow-minded. As the head of a country, such behavior will only lead to the destruction of the country. And as the head of a clan, such behavior will lead to the destruction of the clan. A person who is a little timid, a little selfish, and a little narrow-minded. Such a person is only suitable to be an ordinary person, and is definitely not suitable to be a clan leader. Uchiha Shizu hesitated. Yashiro senpai, Shiraishi, I can understand Lord Fugaku. Itachi was injured. No matter how you look at it, I'm responsible, and Lord Fugaku just wanted to imprison me, not to kill me. Uchiha Yashiro was stunned for a moment, and looked at Uchiha Shizu. Shizu, you are a good person. But, given your current situation, you can't always consider others. Shiraishi, don't you agree? Shiraishi nodded. That's right, Shizu, you definitely can't be imprisoned by Fugaku-senpai. If that happens, our plan will be ruined. Then Shiraishi, what should we do? Uchiha Yashiro and Uchiha Shizu both looked at Shiraishi. They were used to leaving the decision to Shiraishi. Chapter 66. Escape is shameful, but useful. Uchiha Shizu recognized Shiraishi's talent in this area very early. Uchiha Yashiro, at the beginning, just listened to what Uchiha Shizu said. But after communicating with Shiraishi a few times, Uchiha Yashiro realized that Shiraishi's comprehensive consideration of things was really beyond the reach of himself and others. Generally speaking, facing such a situation, there are many ways to deal with it, but it can be roughly divided into two types. One is to fight, and the other is to escape. Fight? Uchiha Shizu's expression became not very good. Uchiha Shizu did not want to fight, to break out between the village and the Uchiha, and he did not like a fight, to break out among the Uchiha. Uchiha Yasu thought for a moment and said, if we really have to fight, I can try to contain those elders, but you, Shizu, will have to take care of Fugaku. Fugaku's strength is actually not weak. When he was young, he already had the strength of an elite jonin. Now that he hasn't taken action for many years, I don't know what level Fugaku's strength is, but at least it won't be worse than before. Shizu, you are very talented, but time is not on our side. If only we had more time. Uchiha Shizu needs time to grow, and Uchiha Yasu's special training for radical members also needs time. Shiraishi, what do you think, if we tell Fugaku our real plan directly? Shiraishi shook his head. Senior Fugaku himself does not approve of a real civil war. Once he knows our plan, the best case scenario is to stop our plan, and the worst case scenario is that he might report us directly. Telling the plan will only bring bad results. My idea is to escape. After a pause, Shiraishi looked at the two people opposite. I saw a sentence in a book before. Although running away is shameful, it is useful. Whether we tell Fugaku-senpai about our plan or fight with the conservatives headed by Fugaku-senpai, the result will be bad, but running away is not the case. Shiraishi's speculation about the bad consequences that may be caused by Uchiha Fugaku telling the plan is a bit too pessimistic, but he has to admit that there is indeed such a possibility. And fighting, in Shiraishi's opinion, will have even worse results. First of all, at present, the strength of the conservatives is still above the radicals. They have an absolute advantage in numbers. In addition, about Uchiha Fugaku, Shiraishi learned that Uchiha Fugaku may have opened the Mangekyou Sharingan. In that case, Uchiha Shizu will have no chance of winning against Uchiha Fugaku. Moreover, once the battle begins, Uchiha Fugaku's Mangekyou Sharingan may be exposed. This is not what Shiraishi wants to see. Because even though Uchiha Shizu is a good friend of Shiraishi, but Shiraishi must admit that the extermination of the Uchiha clan was not only due to the long-standing conflict between the Uchiha clan and the village leaders, the actions of the radicals, and the hostility of the village leaders towards the Uchiha clan. The exposure of Uchiha Shizu's Mangekyou Sharingan was also a very important point. This thing is too frightening. The superiors would never want the people below to hold such a weapon of mass destruction. The innocent man is guilty of possessing a treasure. A small country is not qualified to own a nuclear bomb, especially when the big country next to it does not have it. How can you feel at ease if you don't take it in your own hands? Otherwise, no one should have it. and this small country will never be allowed to have the opportunity to own it again. Then, extermination is the best choice. Since we already know that Fugaku-senpai wants to ambush Shisu during the family meeting and imprison Shisu, then we just need to be prepared. Shisu, you can stay in the guard department more, and reduce the number of times and time you go back to the Uchiha base. Yadashi-senpai, I can also let the ninja cat go to the guard department, to pass on the message. Judging from the current situation, if Fugaku-senpai wants to make a move on you, Shisu, it will either be an opportunity like the family meeting, or an opportunity when you are alone. If you, Shisu, are with Yadashi-senpai, Fugaku-senpai's people will not dare to make a move directly. That will make too much noise. Uchiha Shisu said, if I'm alone in an open area, I'm not afraid. The Uchiha's means of attack are nothing more than illusions, fire escape, ninja tools, and physical techniques. But I'm very familiar with illusions, and it's not easy to make them work on me. In addition, I still have some confidence in the speed. It's just a family meeting. Shiraishi said, just don't go. Don't go? That's right. Shiraishi nodded. When Senior Fugaku made the plan to attack you, Shisu, the conservatives and radicals were actually in opposition in a sense. It doesn't matter if you don't go to the family meeting. But it will make you, Shisu, suffer some criticism from the clan members. Shisu, you have no choice but to sacrifice. Uchiha Shisu shook his head quickly. It doesn't matter. As long as it is for our plan and for Uchiha, this little thing is nothing. Even if I have to bear the reputation of a traitor, I don't care. Shiraishi raised his eyebrows slightly, and a strange look appeared on his face, but it was quickly hidden. Uchiha Shisu said that he was willing to bear the reputation of a traitor for the sake of Uchiha. In the original plot, there was a person who said that he bore the reputation of a traitor for the sake of Uchiha and Konoha. Uchiha Yashiro patted Uchiha Shisu on the shoulder. Shisu, I'm sorry to have wronged you. I will train all the radicals as soon as possible. When we have enough strength, the problems brought by Fugaku can be solved. 8th generation senior, I'm fine. Just follow the normal rhythm. Forcing it to be fast may have the opposite effect. Uchiha Shisu didn't want the civil war between the Uchiha and the village leaders to really happen. The longer the 8th generation of Uchiha trained, the more Uchiha Shisu wanted to see it. The two left. Uchiha Fugaku was carefully preparing his plan. To attack Uchiha Shisu was something Uchiha Fugaku had seriously considered. Uchiha Fugaku also knew that doing such a thing might cause dissatisfaction among the clan members, so he had to be quick. Only by taking down Uchiha Shisu in an instant would there be no accidents. If Uchiha Shisu was not taken down in the first place, the plan might fail. Shiraishi Sr., good morning. Uchiha Sasuke came to the ninja tool shop early in the morning. Chapter 67 Uchiha Fugaku, who betrayed me? Sasuke, good morning. Shiraishi looked at Uchiha Sasuke with a hint of surprise in his eyes, because the number above Uchiha Sasuke's head has increased again. 73, a very good senior. Come in. Yes, Shiraishi senpai. Uchiha Sasuke walked in, sat down on the chair next to him, and hesitated for a moment. Shiraishi senpai, have you told Shisu senpai about the news I told you last time? I have. Shiraishi nodded. Shisu and I have already discussed the countermeasures. Sasuke, you can rest assured. Sasuke, thanks to you. You're welcome. Shiraishi senpai, I just did what I thought I should do. How is Itachi? Brother seems to be getting better. The snacks you gave me, Shiraishi senpai, are very effective. I saw that brother's fingers seemed to move yesterday. I really hope brother can wake up soon. Uchiha headquarters, conference building. Uchiha Fugaku looked at the person in front of him. Are you ready? To the clan leader, everything is ready. Okay. Uchiha Fugaku stood up. Then let's get started. Yes. After the person in front of him left, Uchiha Fugaku came to the window and looked out. What caught his eye was the familiar family residence. From here, he could see most of the family residence. Shisu, you simply want the position of clan leader. I don't blame you. But you should never ever let Itachi fall into that situation. You are not qualified to succeed the position of clan leader. Reflect on yourself in the dungeon. The family meeting is about to begin. Everyone came to the meeting building one after another. As a ninja family, especially a ninja family with good strength and facing complex external situations, the Uchiha will hold a family meeting every month. Discuss family affairs. Generally speaking, the participants are the top leaders of the Uchiha. For example, the clan leader, the elders. In addition, ninjas who have reached the level of special Jonin or above and happen to be in the village are eligible to participate. Uchiha Shizu, who had already obtained the position of Minister of the Guards, had to attend the family meeting. In addition, if the Uchiha faced any major problems, or if there was something important to announce, the requirements would be relaxed, and both Chunin and Genin would be eligible to participate. Uchiha Fugaku came to the hall, thinking that there would be no accidents. He had only told a few people about this plan, and they were all own people who were trustworthy. Uchiha Shizu's strength was certainly good, especially the flickering technique. But as long as he entered the conference hall, it would not be so easy for Uchiha Shizu to use the flickering technique. This was a plan that was bound to succeed. However, an accident happened. Until the meeting started, Uchiha Fugaku did not see Uchiha Shizu coming. Not only Uchiha Shizu, but even the Uchiha 8th generation did not come. None of the radical members came. Immediately, Uchiha Fugaku's face sank. The news was leaked. Is there an undercover agent around me? The plan against Uchiha Shizu failed, which was only part of Uchiha Fugaku's anger. Uchiha Fugaku was even more angry because there was an undercover agent around him. The person he trusted so much turned out to be someone else's. But he didn't notice it at all. When he thought of this, Uchiha Fugaku couldn't help but feel a strong fear in his heart. Who could it be? Who arranged it? Yashiki-senpai? Shizu? Or the Hokage? How many things and information about me have been known by this undercover agent? What is the purpose of this person behind the scenes? From beginning to end, Uchiha Fugaku didn't think about Uchiha Sasuke. One is that Uchiha Sasuke is still too young. The second point is that Uchiha Fugaku didn't notice that when he was discussing the plan, Uchiha Sasuke heard it. The third reason is that Uchiha Fugaku knew that Uchiha Sasuke and Uchiha Itachi had a very good relationship, and Uchiha Itachi was seriously injured because of Uchiha Shizu, so Uchiha Sasuke must have no good impression of Uchiha Shizu. In this case, even if Uchiha Sasuke heard it, he would not do anything. Uchiha Shizu did not come, and Uchiha Fugaku's plan was directly ruined. A young ninja came to Uchiha Fugaku. Master, what should we do now? Uchiha Fugaku's eyes flickered. Continue the meeting. The family meeting was carried out normally, but Uchiha Fugaku's mind, as well as the several Uchiha members who participated in the plan against Uchiha Shizu, were not thinking about the meeting. After the meeting, Uchiha Fugaku did not make any other moves. With Uchiha Fugaku's character, he did not dare to act before finding out who the undercover was. Uchiha Yase came to the ninja tool shop. Shiraishi, Yashiki-senpai. The two sat down in the lounge. Shiraishi, you are very accurate in predicting Fugaku. After the plan failed, Fugaku did not take any other actions. Now he seems to be secretly investigating who leaked the information. But he probably never thought that it was his son who leaked his information. Uchiha Yashiro said, with a subtle expression on his face. Shiraishi said, but it's better for Shizu not to return to the Uchiha base alone, just in case. Uchiha Yashiro nodded. That's for sure. We can't take any risks now. But Shiraishi, if we just run away, we won't be able to hold on for long. Fugaku won't dare to take action forever because of a failure. Of course. Shiraishi said, it's useless to just run away. But running away can buy some time. With time, Shizu's strength can be improved, and your special training plan can also make progress. When the strength of the radicals is above that of the conservatives, it won't be so easy for Fugaku to target Shizu. Uchiha Yashiro hesitated. I've been very strict with the special training, and the people below have been working very hard, but we are still short of resources, so the progress is not very fast right now. Yadashiro-senpai, is there anything I can help with? Shiraishi asked. Uchiha Yadashi shook his head. Not for now. Shiraishi, you don't have to think about this. You've done enough. Next, it's up to me, Shizu, and the many members of the radical faction to work hard. Shiraishi's heart moved, and he glanced out the window. Yadashiro-senpai, there's actually someone who should be of great help to our plan. Chapter 68. Will Beishi be a breakthrough? Who? Uchiha Itachi. Itachi. Shiraishi nodded and said, yes, I heard from Sasuke that Itachi's condition seems to be getting better. If Itachi can wake up, the situation will be better for us. Uchiha Yasuo frowned, puzzled. Shiraishi explained. Firstly, the reason why Fugaku-senpai is so angry is because Itachi is still unconscious. If Itachi wakes up, Fugaku-senpai will not be so worried. Secondly, Itachi is on our side. Uchiha Yasuo was stunned. Uchiha Itachi. Yes, Itachi is indeed on our side. It was Itachi who first discovered that Fugaku-senpai was narrow-minded, not me. Itachi could not stand many of Fugaku-senpai's practices. Shiraishi said, Fugaku-senpai's vision is limited to the struggles within the clan, but Itachi's vision is for the entire village. The reason why Sasuke told me about Fugaku-senpai's plan is actually largely because Sasuke was influenced by Itachi. As long as Itachi wakes up, he will be our undercover, a much more reliable undercover than Sasuke. Uchiha Sasuke is still too young after all. The intelligence he can obtain is nothing more than some of what he heard unintentionally. But Uchiha Itachi is different. Uchiha Fugaku hopes that Uchiha Itachi will inherit the position of the next clan leader. Uchiha Itachi's age and strength have reached the conditions where he can participate in many things. Another very important point is that Uchiha Fugaku felt that everything he did to Uchiha Shisu was for the sake of Uchiha Itachi, so he would never think that Uchiha Itachi, the biggest beneficiary, would betray him. Is this possible? Uchiha Yasuda still felt a little unbelievable. Uchiha Fugaku did so many things just to allow Uchiha Itachi to inherit the position of the Uchiha clan leader. But in the end, Uchiha Itachi sold Uchiha Fugaku out. 8th generation senior, don't underestimate Itachi. Itachi is very generous. Itachi won't care about the position of clan leader. Uchiha Yasuda nodded. It sounds a little unbelievable, but since it is your judgment, Shiraishi, then I believe you. Shiraishi watched Uchiha Yasuda leave. 65. A very reliable junior. Hokage building. Sarutobi Hiruzen looked at the Anbu ninja below, recalled the report just now by the Anbu ninja, and smiled with satisfaction. Good. It's worthy of my plan. Now, Uchiha Shisu and Uchiha Itachi are at loggerheads. Uchiha Itachi has not yet woken up, and Uchiha Fugaku can't help but want to target Uchiha Shisu. Uchiha Shisu doesn't even dare to go back to the Uchiha base. But, with my support, Uchiha Shisu can also compete with Uchiha Fugaku. The two camps are divided. Same as the Hyuga clan. Only such an Uchiha can be used by me. Sarutobi Hiruzen began to calculate in his mind. Nara, Akimichi, Yamanaka, Hyuga, Uchiha, these relatively large ninja families are now under my control, and the Aburame clan remains neutral. However, the Aburame clan is not strong enough and cannot affect the overall situation. The status of my Sarutobi clan has been completely consolidated. The prosperity of the Sarutobi clan will come under my leadership. Sarutobi Hiruzen came to the window and looked outside, as if he wanted to take in the entire Konoha. I will be worthy of the name of the ninja hero. Uchiha headquarters, conference building. Uchiha Fugaku looked at the documents in his hand, his eyes flickering. After the plan failed, Uchiha Fugaku conducted a thorough investigation of the people around him, and anyone who was suspicious would be transferred away from him. However, Uchiha Fugaku still did not find a clear undercover. Because Uchiha Fugaku never thought about the real undercover. An old man stood opposite Uchiha Fugaku. Fugaku, what's your plan next? Uchiha Fugaku said, Shisu rarely returns to the base now. It's very difficult to catch Shisu, and there's almost no chance. The attitude of the 8th generation senior is very clear. Unless you can use some bait to attract Shisu back. And Shisu's best friend in the Uchiha base is a genin named Shiraishi, but Shiraishi's situation is special. He inherited the ninja tool shop of Granny Cat. Granny Cat is not a member of the Uchiha, and they have a cooperative relationship. If you attack Shiraishi, you may offend Granny Cat. Then, it will be a huge blow to the entire intelligence system of the Uchiha. Those inexpensive and high quality ninja tools may also leave the Uchiha. I plan to send someone to observe the vicinity of the ninja tool shop first. A figure, under the order of Uchiha Fugaku, approached the direction of the ninja tool shop. However, before this figure approached the ninja tool shop, it was discovered by Violet. My lord, someone is approaching. Violet came to Shiraishi. Who is it? Uchiha Fugaku's men, under the order of Uchiha Fugaku, came to check the situation of the ninja tool shop, and it seems that they intend to use the lord as a breakthrough point to find a chance to capture Uchiha Shisu. Shiraishi frowned. However, he was not surprised. The relationship between him and Uchiha Shisu could be seen by everyone. It seems that Uchiha Fugaku really can't think of any way to open a breakthrough from me. He wants to control Shisu, but he doesn't dare to make a big noise. He is timid. But it is impossible to break through from me. Shiraishi looked at the door. Makiko, sir. Irakomako walked in. I'll leave the person to you, but there is no need to hurt his life. Just knock him unconscious and throw him away somewhere. Yes, sir. Irakomako flashed and disappeared quickly. Uchiha Karen looked in the direction of the ninja tool shop. It was already night, the sky was dim, and there were no other buildings around. Only a light at the door of the ninja tool shop was on, and the light was dim. The clan leader is too cautious. That Shiraishi is just a genin. Even if it is Granny Cat's ninja tool shop, Granny Cat has already left, and the ninja cats in the ninja tool shop are not that strong, and are not worth worrying about at all. Uchiha Karen didn't think this mission was difficult. However, at this moment, Uchiha Karen suddenly felt a faint fragrance floating towards him. Uchiha Karen didn't care and continued to move forward. But suddenly, his face changed drastically. What's going on? If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 69, The Ninja Cat. Arranged by Grandma Cat. Uchiha Karen felt that his body seemed to be out of control. He was supposed to go left, but ended up going right. He wanted to climb up, but ended up going down. A figure came behind Uchiha Karen. Bang! A blow fell. Uchiha Karen groaned, and then fainted on the ground. Irakomako grabbed Uchiha Karen by the scruff of the neck, and came to the garbage dump of the Uchiha basin through him. When the people sent by Uchiha Fugaku found Uchiha Karen was completely sunk into the garbage dump, with only his head exposed. An astonishing stench emanated from Uchiha Karen's body. Uchiha Fugaku subconsciously took a step back. Uchiha Karen woke up. Who? After opening his eyes, he realized that he was no longer near the ninja tool shop, and the person in front of him was Uchiha Fugaku. Patriarch. Uchiha Karen saluted quickly. Koru, what's going on? Now, Uchiha Fugaku certainly knew that his arrangement had failed, but he wanted to know the specific situation. Only by knowing this could he make the subsequent arrangements. To the clan leader, I had just approached the ninja tool shop when I suddenly felt something was wrong. Before I could react, I fainted. When I woke up, it was now. Uchiha Fugaku frowned. Uchiha Fugaku knew the strength of Uchiha Koru. He was a Jonin level. To be able to knock Uchiha Koru out so easily, the opponent's strength must be at least an elite Jonin level. 8th generation senior? No, it's impossible. 8th generation senior couldn't be near the ninja tool shop at that time. Uchiha Fugaku sent people to the ninja tool shop, but it didn't mean that he didn't pay attention to other places. Shisu? It's even more impossible. Shisu has never come out of the security department. And more importantly, only 3 people knew about the whole thing. Uchiha Fugaku, Uchiha Koru, and the old man who discussed with Uchiha Fugaku, that is, Uchiha Fugaku's uncle, Uchiha Takia. There is no possibility of information leakage. Clan leader, I feel that before I fainted, I should have been under an illusion. Illusion? Uchiha Fugaku raised his eyebrows slightly. An Uchiha, under an illusion? Hoen, your attainments in illusion are not weak. Who can let you be under an illusion quietly in that situation? Do you think you are a fake Uchiha? Even Shisu can't do it. Uchiha Hoen thought about it, and it seemed to be true. His name contained the 2 words Hoen, but what he was best at was illusion. He was not that good at fire escape. No one in the Uchiha clan could let himself be under an illusion like that. That may be my memory, clan leader. Besides this, Hoen, do you remember anything else? Uchiha Hoen tried hard to recall. I feel that the one who attacked me is not human. Not human. Uchiha Fugaku narrowed his eyes. If it's not human, could it be a ninja cat? If it's a ninja cat, then it's a big possibility. After all, Shiraishi is now the owner of the ninja tool shop, and the ninja tool shop originally belonged to Granny Cat. Granny Cat and the ninja cats have a close relationship. Is this the ninja cat Granny Cat left for Shiraishi to protect Shiraishi? That's why she didn't kill Hoyon, but just knocked Hoyon unconscious and threw him into the garbage dump. There's actually a ninja cat with such strong strength? It would be great if we Uchiha and the ninja cats had a closer relationship before. Based on the current situation, it's difficult to find a breakthrough from Shiraishi. We can't attack Shiraishi. With the relationship between Shiraishi and Shisu, it's impossible for him to stand on Itachi's side. It's difficult to persuade with words alone. It's also difficult to bribe. Uchiha Fugaku couldn't think of anything that could attract Shiraishi. There are actually only two ways to use Shiraishi as a breakthrough. One is to threaten Shiraishi and force Uchiha Shisu to return to the Uchiha base. However, this is not what Uchiha Fugaku wants. It's not that Uchiha Fugaku doesn't want to attack Shiraishi, but judging from Uchiha Hoyon's situation, if he wants to attack Shiraishi, he must overcome the obstacle of the ninja cat, which is impossible for a ninja of average strength. Even an elite Jonin may not succeed, unless I do it myself. But if I do it myself, the impact will be different. And even if I do it myself, it may not be easy to do it without exposing the Mangekyou Sharingan. But the Mangekyou cannot be exposed. In addition, Uchiha Fugaku thinks that Uchiha Shisu can watch Uchiha Itachi fall into despair and get the result of being seriously injured and unconscious for the position of clan leader. So, does Uchiha Shisu really care about Shiraishi that much? Uchiha Fugaku thinks it is unlikely. Therefore, this strategy was rejected by Uchiha Fugaku. Another way is to bribe Shiraishi. However, Uchiha Fugaku felt that there was no good way. What could he offer to attract Shiraishi? Ninjutsu scrolls? Resources? Or women? Perhaps I can have a face-to-face meeting with Shiraishi. Even if Shiraishi inherited the ninja tool shop of Granny Cat, he is still an Uchiha after all. I hope Shiraishi can understand the big picture. Once Shisu succeeds, the entire Uchiha will fall into chaos. At that time, the name and status of my Uchiha family as the #1 ninja family in Konoha may really be lost. This is not a good thing for Uchiha. But we need to wait a few days. They just sent people to investigate the ninja tool shop, but they were discovered. It would be too obvious to go to the store the next day. After Shiraishi got up, he simply washed up and went to the backyard to practice. Fire style Great Flame Buljutsu. Fire style Phoenix Claw Red. Shiraishi has mastered these two ninjutsu. Shiraishi simply sorted out his situation. Bloodline Limit, Double Magatama, Ordinary Ninjutsu, 3 body techniques. Fire style Ninjutsu, Fire style Great Fireball Technique, Fire style Phoenix Fire Technique, Fire style Great Dragon Fire Technique, Fire style Great Flame Ball Technique, and Fire style Phoenix Flower Claw Red. Genjutsu Sharingan. Bang. A great flame ball fiercely bombarded the target. Shiraishi retracted his gaze and smiled. After learning these ninjutsu, my skills are not few among the Chunins. I got them through my own efforts. Chapter 17. My brother didn't respond. When he first inherited the ninja tool shop, Shiraishi's strength was only at the genin level, and his Sharingan had not yet been opened. Later, he received several rewards for strengthening the ninja cat. He obtained the Tongue of God, Super Smell, Operation Fruit, and 2 enhancements. The first enhancement allowed Shiraishi to open the Sharingan. The second enhancement allowed Shiraishi's Sharingan to reach the state of 2 Magatama. However, among the Chunins, Shiraishi's means are slightly lacking. Therefore, Shiraishi took those ninjutsu scrolls from Uchiha Shisu. Now, he has digested them all with his own efforts. The Tongue of God and Super Smell are both very useful. The Operation Fruit is even more so, but the Operation Fruit must find a suitable target to use. Shiraishi's expectation for the Operation Fruit is that the user of the Operation Fruit can use the Immortality Surgery on himself. Then, first of all, the other party's talent must be good enough. Otherwise, it cannot be developed to the level of using the Immortality Surgery. Second, this person must absolutely obey Shiraishi's orders. Otherwise, the other party will run away with the Operation Fruit, and Shiraishi will suffer a huge loss. Third, this person has no meaning to Shiraishi. Shiraishi would never sacrifice his relatives, friends, and ninja cats to do such a thing. In fact, Shiraishi thought of a way. That is, choose an enemy with good talent, give him the surgery fruit, and then use the power of Uchiha Shisu's Mangekyo Sharingan to control this person. By sacrificing an enemy's life to complete his own immortality surgery, Shiraishi will not have any psychological burden. However, there are still two problems. One is that there is no such suitable target yet. Second, Uchiha Shisu has not awakened the Mangekyo Sharingan yet. 80, a very good big brother. Before Uchiha Sasuke approached, Shiraishi had already smelled the smell on Uchiha Sasuke's body through super sense of smell, and then looked in the direction of Uchiha Sasuke. 80, only 10 away from 90. Shiraishi couldn't help but look forward to it. If I can have another 2 or 3 contacts with Sasuke, maybe I can raise my favorability to 90. I had contact with Uchiha Sasuke before I had contact with Uchiha Raizumi. However, because there were fewer subsequent contacts, Uchiha Sasuke's favorability would increase more slowly. However, this time Uchiha Itachi was seriously injured and unconscious, which created an opportunity for Shiraishi. It gave Shiraishi and Uchiha Sasuke many more opportunities to contact each other. Alice's cooking helped a lot in this. Even Uchiha Itachi, who had already fallen into a coma, would react to Alice's cooking. It can be seen that food is really a huge attraction for humans. Sasuke, good morning. Shiraishi senpai, good morning. Shiraishi looked at Uchiha Sasuke and noticed that Uchiha Sasuke seemed to be in a bad mood today. Sasuke, what's wrong? Uchiha Sasuke lowered his head. After a long time, he raised his head. Shiraishi senpai, my brother. He didn't respond. No response? Shiraishi was stunned. No reaction. Could it be that Uchiha Itachi is dead? Just like that? Just died so easily? Yes. Uchiha Sasuke said with red eyes. When I brought back the food that you, Senior Shiraishi, gave me before, my brother always reacted, but last time, my brother didn't react. No reaction to the food. Shiraishi retracted his doubts. Yes. Shiraishi hesitated for a moment and said, maybe it's too many times. Even the food made by Alice, the stimulation to Itachi is not strong enough. Then Senior Shiraishi, do you have any other ways? Uchiha Sasuke looked at Shiraishi expectantly. Not that there are no. Really? Shiraishi said, in addition to Alice, I also know a chef ninja cat, whose cooking skills are better than Alice's. Itachi has no reaction to Alice's food, but he can try the food of the other ninja cat. But, Shiraishi stopped talking halfway. Uchiha Sasuke immediately understood what Shiraishi meant. Senior Shiraishi, no matter what the cost, I can do it. As long as my brother can wake up, I can do anything. No, Sasuke, that's not what I mean. Shiraishi shook his head. I'll go ask. But, Sasuke, you can't have too high expectations. I'll try my best. If I fail, I hope you won't be too disappointed. Itachi will definitely wake up. It's just a matter of time. For Shiraishi, asking Zyudangia to cook a meal is just an order. However, Shiraishi can't let Uchiha Sasuke feel that way. Shiraishi must make Uchiha Sasuke feel that this is a very difficult thing. In this way, Uchiha Sasuke will feel that he owes Shiraishi more recognition, and will think that Shiraishi is better, and will improve his favorability towards Shiraishi. Otherwise, it may have the opposite effect. For example, for some people without conscience, after tasting Alice's food first, they will not only not be grateful, but also angry. You obviously have better food, but you gave me worse food before. However, if Shiraishi behaves like this, it is very difficult to get Zyudangia to cook. Then, no matter who tastes Alice's and Zyudangia's food, they will be grateful to Shiraishi. Okay, thank you, Shiraishi senpai. You're welcome. Then I'll go back today. Okay, there will probably be a result tomorrow. Sasuke, come again tomorrow. Okay. Uchiha Sasuke left. And not long after Uchiha Sasuke left, Uchiha Fugaku arrived at the door of the ninja tool shop. He didn't walk in directly. He stood quietly at the door of the ninja tool shop and looked around. Why does the cat lady value Shiraishi? Does Shiraishi have any special talents? Before coming, Uchiha Fugaku had already obtained Shiraishi's information. an Uchiha with not very good talent. When he was in the ninja school, he had excellent grades in cultural courses, but he was only average in ninjutsu, and now he is just a genin. He has not yet opened a Sharingan. The information that Uchiha Fugaku got was quite delayed. The environment here is quite good. An Uchiha member walked out of the ninja tool shop and saluted when he saw Uchiha Fugaku. Master Clan Leader. Uchiha Fugaku nodded slightly. Shiraishi looked up at the door. He didn't see Uchiha Fugaku, but he smelled a strange and familiar smell. Chapter 71. Isn't this my routine? There is the scent of Uchiha Sasuke and Uchiha Itachi, but it is very weak, and is covered by the scent of another person. Therefore, this person must not be Uchiha Sasuke or Uchiha Itachi, but must be someone who has had a lot of contact with Uchiha Sasuke and Uchiha Itachi. Uchiha Makoto, or Uchiha Fugaku? Shiraishi felt that the latter was more likely. Uchiha Fugaku pushed open the gate and walked in. Shiraishi. Patriarch. Shiraishi stood up and went to the door to greet him. A line of text entered Shiraishi's sight. 40. Won the favor of the cat lady, a lucky guy. Uchiha Fugaku looked at Shiraishi and found that the feeling Shiraishi gave him was not exactly the same as the description of the information in his previous investigation. It seemed that it was a little stronger. Patriarch, do you want to buy any ninja tools? Uchiha Fugaku shook his head. Shiraishi, do you have time to chat? Of course, Patriarch, please come this way. Shiraishi took Uchiha Fugaku to the reception room. Irakomako came forward with tea. Clan leader, please try it. This flower tea is not bad. Uchiha Fugaku's eyes fell on Irakomako, but soon moved away. After the tea was served, Irakomako did not leave, but stood next to Shiraishi, leaning slightly against the wall, revealing a somewhat lazy posture, but in fact, very alert. Thank you. Uchiha Fugaku picked up the teacup and took a small sip. It's really good. Shiraishi, how is your work in the ninja tool shop? It's okay, pretty good, and relatively easy. Uchiha Fugaku nodded. That's good. You can get the favor of the cat lady, and this is also a good opportunity for you, Shiraishi. Not all clan members have to do ninja work, and running a ninja tool shop is also good. By the way, Shiraishi, I heard that you and Shisu are good friends? Shiraishi's heart moved slightly, knowing that this was the real purpose of Uchiha Fugaku's coming. Yes. Then, Shiraishi, do you know what Shisu has done recently? I know something. Shiraishi said. Shisu led the reform of the guard department, which I think is very good. Before, when I went to the commercial street, I would feel a lot of strange looks. And now, the situation is much better. Also, regarding Itachi, Shisu told me that he was very sorry that Itachi was in danger. Uchiha Fugaku sighed deeply. Shiraishi, I came here today not as a clan leader to give you any orders, but as an ordinary Uchiha member. I hope you can do something for the Uchiha clan. The situation of our Uchiha has actually never been good. We are the ones who have been oppressed. What Shisu did may indeed be for the better of the Uchiha, but Shisu went in the wrong direction. On the surface, the reform of the guard department seems to have brought us benefits. But in fact, it has caused us Uchiha to suffer losses. It's just reputation and the opinions of the villagers. It's not that important. What really matters is profit. With the reform of the guard department, the income of the Uchiha has been greatly reduced. Even though many Uchiha members have become mission ninjas, it is still not as good as before. The only one who has really benefited is Shisu. In addition, I can see Shisu's true purpose in this Itachi incident. What Shisu really wants is the position of the Uchiha clan leader. That's nothing. For the position of the Uchiha clan leader, all young people in the Uchiha are qualified to compete. But Shisu is too radical. He sacrificed the interests of the entire Uchiha for the position of clan leader. We can't let Shisu continue like this. Shiraishi, you are Shisu's good friend. I hope you can ask Shisu to return to the Uchiha base, so that I can have a good talk with him. Shiraishi looked strange. Using the family's righteousness to convince himself. Isn't this his strategy against Uchiha Itachi? But the difference is that Uchiha Fugaku used the family's righteousness, and he used the village's righteousness against Uchiha Itachi. If it were an ordinary Uchiha, he might really be convinced by Uchiha Fugaku. But Shiraishi is different. Shiraishi knows the situation of Uchiha very well, and knows Uchiha Shisu even better. Clan leader, my words may be useless. Useless? Yes, Shiraishi explained. Clan leader, in fact, I'm not only a good friend of Shisu, but also a good friend of Itachi. If Shisu's purpose is really what you said, clan leader, then, if I make such a request to Shisu, Shisu will definitely doubt me. Uchiha Fugaku's face darkened. But, clan leader, I can give it a try. I'll go to the security department in a few days. If Shisu sees me, I'll try to ask Shisu. Shiraishi added. Uchiha Fugaku nodded. Then I'll trouble you, Shiraishi. You're too polite, clan leader. I'm also a member of the Uchiha clan. It's my duty. He watched Uchiha Fugaku leave. 42. A lucky guy. Is he Itachi's friend? Uchiha Fugaku didn't completely believe Shiraishi's words, but only half believed them. As for whether Shiraishi was Itachi's good friend, Uchiha Fugaku planned to verify it. Uchiha Fugaku left disappointed. Shiraishi retracted his gaze and shook his head. Uchiha Fugaku returned home. Father. He happened to see Uchiha Sasuke was about to leave. Sasuke, where are you going? I'm going to the ninja tool shop. Shiraishi's ninja tool shop. Father, do you also know Shiraishi senpai? Uchiha Sasuke was stunned. Yes, I just came back from there. By the way, I heard that Shiraishi and Itachi are good friends. Is this true? Sasuke, you have a good relationship with Shiraishi as well. Yes. Uchiha Sasuke nodded. My brother took me to the ninja tool shop. Shiraishi senpai is a very good person. What are you doing there now? Uchiha Sasuke hesitated. Uchiha Fugaku frowned. What is it that you can't even tell me? Father, I went to Shiraishi senpai to get food. Food? Yes, Shiraishi senpai has a very good chef, the ninja cat. I found out before that if I bring food to my brother's room, my brother seems to have some reaction, so I think it should be of some help. Uchiha Fugaku was stunned for a moment, and then his eyes lit up. Sasuke, are you sure? Chapter 72 Uchiha Itachi, am I too aggressive? I saw it with my own eyes. Sasuke, why didn't you tell me earlier? Uchiha Fugaku said with a somewhat complaining tone. If the food is helpful for Itachi's awakening, I can order all the chefs in the clan to come, and I can also invite chefs from outside. Uchiha Sasuke shook his head. It's different. Not all food has a reaction to my brother. Only the food from Shiraishi Senior has an effect. The food there is much more delicious than other places. Father, let's not talk about it for now. The time agreed by Shiraishi Senior, and I is coming. I'll talk to you when I get back. Uchiha Sasuke trotted away. Soon, Uchiha Sasuke arrived at the ninja tool shop. Shiraishi Senior. Sasuke. Uchiha Sasuke looked at Shiraishi expectantly. Shiraishi Senior. Has Zyudanji Senior agreed? Yes. Shiraishi smiled and said, come in, the food is ready, and on the table. Uchiha Sasuke's face lit up. Thank you, Senior Shiraishi. It was visible to the naked eye that the number above Uchiha Sasuke's head changed from 80 to 86, which increased his favorability by 6 points at once. If he took the food back, and Uchiha Itachi responded, Uchiha Sasuke's favorability would increase further. Uchiha Sasuke came in quickly. After seeing the food on the table, he couldn't help but smell it. It smells so good. Sasuke, take it back quickly. Today we are cooking, not snacks. After a long time, the taste may not be so good. Okay, Senior Shiraishi, thank you. Uchiha Sasuke came to the door with the bag, and thanked Shiraishi again. Back home, Uchiha Sasuke went straight to Uchiha Itachi's room. Uchiha Fugaku followed him in. A tempting aroma wafted out, and soon, Uchiha Itachi, who was lying on the bed, smelled the smell of food. Uchiha Sasuke stared at Uchiha Itachi. At this moment, Uchiha Itachi's fingers moved. Uchiha Sasuke's eyes suddenly lit up. Great. Uchiha Fugaku was also a little excited. To the outside world, Uchiha Fugaku was submissive, and to the inside, Uchiha Fugaku was not very tough. However, Uchiha Fugaku was very concerned about his son Uchiha Itachi. The reason why he targeted Uchiha Shisu was largely because of Uchiha Itachi. As long as Uchiha Itachi didn't wake up, Uchiha Fugaku would always be worried. And now, it seems that there is a little hope that Uchiha Itachi will wake up. This surprised Uchiha Fugaku. Itachi. However, Uchiha Itachi only moved his fingers a few times, and there was no other movement. Father, let's go out, and don't disturb my brother. Okay. The two walked out. Uchiha Sasuke continued what he had not finished saying to Uchiha before. There are two very good chefs at Shiraishi Senpai's place. One is Alice Senpai and the other is Chef Senpai. The dishes they cook are all very good. They are much more delicious than all the dishes we have eaten in other places. My brother used to like them very much. That's why it works like that. Shiraishi Senpai and Alice Senpai have a good relationship, so it's easier to get Alice Senpai to help cook. But if Shiraishi Senpai wants Chef Senpai to cook exclusively, it will be much more difficult. This time, Shiraishi Senpai must have spent a lot of effort to get Chef Senpai to agree. Uchiha Fugaku took a while to digest Uchiha Sasuke's words, came back to his senses, and asked, "Sasuke, have you done this many times?" Yes. Uchiha Fugaku nodded. In this case, if Itachi wakes up, Shiraishi will be considered half of Itachi's savior, and Itachi must thank Shiraishi in the future. Uchiha Sasuke agreed. Senior Shiraishi is really good. Back in the study, it was very quiet. Uchiha Sasuke had already gone to the backyard. Uchiha Fugaku took out a pen and paper and wrote down Shiraishi's name. Then, his eyes flickered slightly. It seems that Shiraishi and Itachi are indeed very good friends. Then it's not realistic to use Shiraishi as a breakthrough to target Shisu. Shisu will never believe that even Itachi, Shisu can be so indifferent, so he won't care much about Shiraishi either. To target Shisu, we can only find other ways. However, now I realize that I don't know anything about ninja cats. The Uchiha and ninja cats have been cooperating for so many years. Ninja cats with the strength to easily defeat Uchiha Flame. Ninja cats who are chefs and can also make delicious human food. Even more delicious than the food made by human chefs. Fortunately, Shiraishi and Itachi are good friends, and he has a good relationship with Sasuke. We didn't get a breakthrough against Shisu from Shiraishi, but we did gain something else. Ninja cats. The cooperation between Uchiha and ninja cats can be improved appropriately. But, it's mainly Shisu's problem. I hope Itachi can wake up soon. After nightfall, the figure of Uchiha Yasuku came in from the backyard. The expression of Uchiha Yasuda was a little anxious. "Shiraishi, I heard that Fugaku came to the ninja tool shop today." "Yes. Fugaku didn't do anything to Shiraishi, did he?" "No, Senior Yasuda can rest assured, my safety is fine." Shiraishi said, "Senior Fugaku told me that what Shisu did was not good for Uchiha, and he was doing it for his own selfish desires. He wanted to convince me to call Shisu back to talk to him. I refused. I said that Itachi and I are also good friends, and Shisu will definitely not believe me now. Senior Fugaku probably believed me, but he might go back to investigate. But, there is no problem with the fact that Itachi and I are friends. After all, Itachi is on our side." Uchiha Yasuda breathed a sigh of relief, and his expression eased. "Shiraishi, you handled it very well. I don't understand Fugaku now. I'm glad that your safety is fine, Shiraishi. Do you want me to send someone to protect you secretly?" "No, I have the protection of the ninja cats." "Ninja cats?" Shiraishi gestured to the side. Irakomako stepped forward. "Machiko's strength is very strong. Even Shisu can't say that he will definitely win against Machiko." Uchiha Yashiro raised his eyebrows, somewhat unconvinced. "Can a ninja cat be so strong?" "Uchiha Shisu's strength is very strong." Hiss. Uchiha Itachi opened his eyes, and a strong sense of pain surged up. "Where is this?" Uchiha Itachi looked around, but soon, his attention was attracted by the aroma of the food next to him. He couldn't help but reach out and open the lid. In an instant, light burst out. The next moment, the light disappeared, revealing a complete dish. Uchiha Itachi was stunned for a moment. Food can actually glow? Fake. It must be fake. I must be too excited. I'm still dreaming. Uchiha Itachi muttered to himself and fell back to sleep. Chapter 73 Sasuke, it's all my credit. First order required. If you don't believe me, you can try it, Senior Yasuda. Then, let's try it. The two men and the cat came to the backyard. Uchiha Yasuda was not one of the most gifted Uchiha, but compared to ordinary Uchiha, he was also one of the best, having already reached the level of an elite Jonin. And he was very comprehensive. Whether it was physical skills, ninja tools, ninjutsu, or illusion, Uchiha Yasuda was good at it. The man and the cat stood opposite each other. Come on. Uchiha Yasuda bent his knees slightly. Hirako Mako first glanced at Shiraishi, and then he put his hand on the hilt of the knife. Ding. The figures of the two disappeared at the same time, and a series of rapid metal collision sounds were heard, one after another. In that short moment, the two had fought countless times. Uchiha Yasuda's expression became serious. Indeed, it's amazing. After retreating with one blow, Uchiha Yasuda pulled away. Fire escape, great flame ball technique. A ball of strong flames roared towards Hirako Mako. Hirako looked at the fireball calmly. One knife. The next moment, the fireball was chopped in half. Illusion, Sharingan. However, it still had no effect on Hirako. Uchiha was good at illusion, but who wasn't? It's okay. The voice of Uchiha Yasudaro sounded. Hirako sheathed his sword and returned to Shiraishi's side. It's really good. Uchiha Yasudaro looked at Hirako, then shifted his gaze to Shiraishi and said, with such a powerful ninja cat protecting you, Shiraishi, you don't have to worry too much about your safety. The people I can arrange to come over are not as good as you. Pause. Shiraishi, can we talk to each other alone? Shiraishi nodded and gestured to Hirako. Hirako turned and left. Uchiha Yasudaro approached Shiraishi and lowered his voice. Shiraishi, we Uchiha and the Ninja Cat clan have cooperated for many years, but now I realize that I don't know the Ninja Cat clan at all. The ninja cats in the ninja tool shop are really special. We have ninja cats whose cooking skills are better than those of human chefs. We also have ninja cats whose strength far exceeds my previous expectations. It is a great opportunity for you, Shiraishi, that Granny Cat values you. You must maintain a good relationship with the ninja cats. In terms of ninja talent, Shiraishi is not as good as Shizu, but your wisdom is worse than Shizu. If you have the help of these ninja cats, your future achievements will definitely be limitless. What you can do in the future may be something I can't even imagine. A person's strength is not just his own strength, but the strength that this person can mobilize. The future of Uchiha depends on you. You must maintain a good relationship with the ninja cats. Uchiha Yashiro repeated this sentence again. Please rest assured, Yashiro-senpai, I will. Shiraishi would do the same without Uchiha Yashiro saying this. In fact, Shiraishi didn't need to do anything, and his relationship with the ninja cats must be very good. These ninja cats were strengthened by Shiraishi. They are 100% loyal to Shiraishi. Okay, nothing else. Shiraishi, I'll leave first. As for Shizu, Shiraishi, you can take some time to go and see him and pretend to Fugaku that you have tried your best. With the protection of the ninja cats, you don't need to worry about your safety, Shiraishi, but it should be good for our plan if Fugaku doesn't doubt you. Uchiha Yashiro left. On the other side, it was caught up in the excitement. Brother is awake. Uchiha Sasuke's surprised voice sounded. As soon as they heard the voice, Uchiha Fugaku and Uchiha Makoto rushed over. What? There was also the medical ninja who was responsible for treating Uchiha Itachi. Uchiha Itachi looked at the crowd in front of him, covered his forehead with one hand, and tried to recall what happened to me before. Some scenes emerged in Uchiha Itachi's mind. I remember now. I just happened to run into an undercover agent from the Kurigakure and chased him, but the other side had a lot of people to support them, and they were quite strong. I was held back. No, I was in danger, and then Senior Shizu appeared. Senior Shizu wanted to save me, but I refused. I asked Senior Shizu to chase the Kurigakure ninja who had escaped, but someone else appeared behind me and attacked me. Then, I fell down. Uchiha Itachi looked around. This is my room. It seems that, after I fell down, I fell into a coma, and was rescued by others, and brought back home. I just woke up now. How many days have passed? Have those Kurigakure ninjas been caught up by Senior Shizu? Having just woken up, Uchiha Itachi was not worried about his own situation or the family in front of him, but the Kurigakure ninja who had escaped. Suddenly, Uchiha Itachi noticed that there was a dish with the lid open next to the bed. Uchiha Itachi was stunned. Isn't this what I saw in my dream? It glows. How can it really exist? Could it be that I opened my eyes in a daze before, saw this thing, and then had a corresponding dream? But how could I dream of glowing food? Uchiha Makoto sat down beside the bed with concern, looking at Uchiha Itachi seriously. Itachi, how are you? Are you feeling okay? Uchiha Itachi came back to his senses, looked at Uchiha Makoto, and shook his head. I'm fine now, mother, don't worry. Seeing that Uchiha Itachi was conscious, Uchiha Makoto was relieved. Makoto, move aside, let the medical ninja check Itachi carefully. Okay. Uchiha Makoto moved aside, and the medical ninja stepped forward to check Uchiha Itachi. Uchiha Sasuke stood in a relatively corner, looking at Uchiha Itachi, happy and a little proud. Uchiha Sasuke felt that Uchiha Itachi could wake up so quickly, which was inseparable from his efforts. I have to thank Senior Shiraishi very much. Not long after, the medical ninja's examination results came out. How is it? To report to the clan leader. The medical ninja bent down slightly and said, the situation is quite good. The external injuries have recovered well, and the consciousness is clear. The internal injuries have also recovered well. As long as you don't engage in strenuous activities in the next 1 or 2 months, you can recover as before. There are no sequelae. Uchiha Fugaku smiled. That's good. You have worked hard. You can go back first. Yes, clan leader. Uchiha Fugaku looked at Uchiha Itachi. Itachi, are you tired? You just woke up. Do you want to rest more? No, father, I have slept for a long time, and don't want to sleep anymore. Tell me what happened after I fell into a coma. I want to know. Chapter 74 Sasuke, 90 points of favorability. First order required. Let me tell you. Uchiha Fugaku was silent for a moment, then spoke slowly. That day, the Kirigakure undercover was discovered, and fled in a hurry. You happened to meet you, Itachi. You held back the Kirigakure ninjas, but the other ninjas in the village were too slow to support you. This put you in danger, Itachi. At that time, Shisu and other ninjas in the village were late. But after seeing your situation, Shisu did not help you, but instead chased those Kirigakure undercover ninjas in order to gain merit, which led to your serious injury. I can't imagine that Shisu would do such a thing. He and you are from the same clan, and you are also good friends. But fortunately, Itachi, you are lucky. You are seriously injured, but not fatally. Now that you are awake, you can be regarded as recognizing a person through this incident. In the future, you should be wary of Shisu. Uchiha Fugaku's words made Uchiha Itachi frown. Uchiha Itachi had no opinion on Uchiha Shisu. Uchiha Itachi remembered the situation very clearly. Uchiha Shisu wanted to save him. He threatened his own life to let Uchiha Shisu go after the Kirigakure ninja. And even if Uchiha Shisu made that choice at the beginning, Uchiha Itachi would not blame Uchiha Shisu, because Uchiha Itachi believed that such a choice was the right one. Uchiha Itachi wanted to refute Uchiha Fugaku's words, but after thinking about it, he still didn't say anything. He was just a little more disappointed with Uchiha Fugaku. Father, why do you only have Uchiha in your heart? Compared with the safety of the village, what does my safety matter? You are not a qualified person of Konoha at all. You are simply tarnishing the reputation of my Uchiha. Uchiha Fugaku seemed to have thought of something, and pointed at Uchiha Sasuke. Itachi, you woke up this time. In fact, Sasuke also contributed a lot. Sasuke went to the ninja tool shop many times, and brought back the food from the ninja tool shop. He said that you would have a certain reaction after smelling the food from the ninja tool shop. You woke up so quickly, this must be partly due to this reason. Uchiha Itachi looked at Uchiha Sasuke. Sasuke, thank you. Brother, you're welcome. This is what I should do. Uchiha Sasuke puffed up his chest slightly. Speaking of which, Shiraishi is more suitable to be your friend, Itachi. According to Sasuke, it is not easy for Shiraishi to let the ninja cat named Zyudangia cook. When you recover a little, you can go to the ninja tool shop to thank Shiraishi. Shiraishi and Shisu are also different. It's just that his ninja talent is a little bit worse, but as a friend, we shouldn't only look at this aspect. Uchiha Itachi nodded. Father, I know. I will go. In fact, Uchiha Itachi couldn't wait to go now, because after hearing what Uchiha Fugaku said, Uchiha Itachi had many concerns in his heart. For example, Uchiha Fugaku had such a big opinion on Uchiha Shisu. Did he do anything against Uchiha Shisu? But what about the escaped Kirigakure ninja? And the current situation of the Uchiha clan? And so on. Uchiha Itachi had too many things that he wanted to know urgently. As night fell, Uchiha Fugaku and the other two left the room. Uchiha Itachi wanted to go to the ninja tool shop now, but after looking at the sky, he gave up. The next day, early in the morning, Uchiha Itachi woke up. His body was a little stiff because he slept for too long, but it didn't have much impact. Uchiha Itachi came to the backyard, moved around for a while, and then he returned to normal. Next to him, Uchiha Sasuke was practicing kunai throwing. Bang, bang, bang. One kunai after another accurately hit the opposite tree trunk. Smoke was wafting out of the kitchen not far away. At this time, Uchiha Makoto was making breakfast. Uchiha Fugaku had also woken up and was processing documents in the study. Brother, how do you think I threw the kunai? Uchiha Sasuke turned around and looked at Uchiha Itachi. Not bad. Uchiha Itachi smiled and praised. It's time for breakfast. Go wash your hands. Uchiha Makoto walked out of the kitchen and shouted to Uchiha Itachi and Uchiha Sasuke. Okay. Brother, wait for me. Soon, the four of them gathered in the restaurant. Uchiha Makoto prepared a rich breakfast today. In addition to the staple food, there were also many side dishes and soups, which took Uchiha Makoto a lot of time. After all, this was the first formal breakfast after Uchiha Itachi woke up. Itachi, eat more. You have been unconscious for so long, and your nutrition is a bit insufficient. Okay. Uchiha Fugaku was the first to finish eating and stood up. Itachi, are you going to the ninja tool shop today? Uchiha Itachi nodded. It's better to go earlier. Shiraishi is a good person. However, Shiraishi is also Shisu's friend. You have to communicate with Shiraishi more and let Shiraishi recognize Shisu's true face. Makoto, I have a lot of things to do today, so you don't have to prepare my share at noon. Uchiha Sasuke raised his hand. Don't prepare for me and my brother, mother. Shiraishi Sr. will definitely let my brother and I have lunch at the ninja tool shop. Uchiha Makoto pretended to be angry. Okay, you have eaten better food, and now you despise my cooking? Sasuke, you make me sad. Uchiha Sasuke's expression froze, a little panicked, and looked at Uchiha Itachi for help. Uchiha Itachi smiled. Sasuke, don't worry, mother is just joking with you. How can she be really angry with you? Uchiha Makoto rubbed Uchiha Sasuke's head. I'm just kidding. I've tasted the food in the ninja tool shop. It's really delicious. I think there's probably no one in Konoha whose cooking skills can compare to this. Uchiha Sasuke breathed a sigh of relief. Then I'll ask Shiraishi Senpai if I can pack some and bring it back for you, my mother, to try. Shiraishi Senpai is a very good person and will definitely agree. That's too much trouble. Forget it. Sasuke, you've already bothered Shiraishi a lot before. Not long after Uchiha Fugaku left, Uchiha Itachi and Uchiha Sasuke also left. The two went directly to the direction of the ninja tool shop. Some people saw Uchiha Itachi walking and immediately spread the news. Sasuke and Itachi. Shiraishi was sitting in the shop. Uchiha Itachi and Uchiha Sasuke walked in. Shiraishi Senpai. Itachi, are you awake? You look energetic. You should be recovering well. But Shiraishi focused more of his attention on Uchiha Sasuke. Because of the number on Uchiha Sasuke's head. 90. Right square bracket. Chapter 75. Uchiha Itachi has a masochistic tendency. First order required. 90. A very good senior. Shiraishi was delighted. It seems that Uchiha Itachi's awakening has increased Uchiha Sasuke's favorability. Finally reached 90 points of favorability. Shiraishi was particularly concerned about Uchiha Sasuke's favorability. The response received when making a request with favorability is closely related to the talent of the owner of the favorability. And Uchiha Sasuke, in this world, is one of the most talented. In the future, he can surpass the level of Kage, or more precisely, the level of the Six Paths. Together with Naruto, he defeated extremely powerful enemies. He can fight against opponents at the level of Otsutsuki, one of the reincarnations of Indra. Therefore, if you request with Uchiha Sasuke's favorability, the response you get, and the strengthened ninja cat will definitely become more powerful, and the rewards you get, will also be better. Monitoring that Uchiha Sasuke's favorability has reached 90, do you want to collect it? Collect. Collected successfully, do you want to make the request? No. Uchiha Itachi and Uchiha Sasuke were still there, and Shiraishi couldn't make a request in front of them. Shiraishi Senpai, thank you for your cooking, otherwise I wouldn't have woken up so quickly. You're welcome, we're friends. Shiraishi smiled. Come in first, let's talk. Okay. Uchiha Itachi nodded and walked in. Uchiha Sasuke trotted in first. Sasuke, Shiraishi senpai and I have something to say. You go to the backyard to practice Kyuubi throwing first. After I finish talking to Shiraishi senpai, I will practice with you. Okay. Uchiha Sasuke basically would not refuse Uchiha Itachi's request. In Uchiha Sasuke's heart now, Uchiha Itachi is still the most important one. Mako, practice with Sasuke. Yes, sir. Mako came to the backyard. Shiraishi and Uchiha Itachi entered the lounge. Uchiha Itachi looked around and made sure there was no problem. Then his expression became serious. Senior Shiraishi, can you tell me about the situation in the village and the situation of the Uchiha after I fell unconscious? Of course. Shiraishi spoke slowly. None of the Kurigakure undercover agents escaped. Most of them were killed or captured. Only 2 were left. They were forced by Shizu to jump off the cliff themselves. Uchiha Itachi breathed a sigh of relief. In this way, the village's information will not be leaked, which is great. Shiraishi continued, after you were seriously injured, you were first sent to the village's medical department, and then you were quickly taken back to the Uchiha base by Senior Fugaku. It has been almost half a month now. The Hokage is very satisfied with the performance of Shizu, you, and other Konoha ninjas. This mission has been rated as an S-level mission. Shizu has the greatest credit, and you are second. When you wake up, you can go to the Hokage to receive your reward. Senior Yasadami has retired from the position of head of the guard department, and Shizu will take over. However, because of your serious injury, Senior Fugaku is quite unhappy. Now that the Uchiha is in fierce conflict, Shizu doesn't dare to return to the Uchiha base easily, but stays directly in the guard department. Hearing this, Uchiha Itachi's face sank slightly. Father, Itachi, I know that part of the reason why Fugaku-senpai did this is because he is worried about you, but the other part is because he is worried that Shizu will seize the position of clan leader that should belong to your lineage. Shiraishi said, that's why he did this. But, you know, Shizu is not for the position of clan leader at all, but to change the Uchiha and make the Uchiha truly integrate into the village. Eliminate the conflict between the Uchiha and the village and resolve the crisis of civil war. Uchiha Itachi was silent for a while. Shiraishi senpai, I'm sorry, father did this partly because of me, but I firmly disagree with father's approach. You know me, Shiraishi senpai. Shiraishi nodded. Of course I believe what you said, Itachi, but the current situation of Uchiha is indeed not optimistic. If Shizu's status in Uchiha declines, or even if he is killed, then the radicals are likely to have a violent reaction. No one can control them. Even Senior Fugaku can't. And Senior Fugaku probably doesn't have such an idea. In that case, the situation of Uchiha will become worse than before the reform of the guard department. Shiraishi sighed. Uchiha Itachi frowned even more. Shiraishi senpai, is there anything I can do to change this situation? If it were anyone else, it would definitely not work, but if it were you, Itachi, then you can definitely do it. Shiraishi said, Itachi, Fugaku-senpai will definitely not doubt you, so I hope you can actively participate in Fugaku-senpai's activities and plans. Pretend to break off your friendship with Shizu. Pretend that you want the position of clan leader. Pretend that you are a person who is greedy for personal gain. In this way, you will know all of Fugaku-senpai's actions and plans. Before Fugaku-senpai carries out his action plan, you can tell me, or Shizu in advance about this news. In that case, Fugaku-senpai's plan will fail. The plan of the 3 of us, Shizu, and you, can proceed smoothly. It's better for Uchiha and the village. It's just that it will be unfair to you, Itachi. Let someone pretend to be what you hate the most. This time, Uchiha Itachi was silent for a little longer. I do. Uchiha Itachi raised his head. Senior Shiraishi, I'm willing, as long as it is for Uchiha, as long as it is for the village. When you didn't tell me the real plan before, you were afraid that I would be embarrassed. I said it at that time. I don't care about these. I insist on what I think in my heart and what is the right thing to do. As long as what I do is right, I'm willing to bear any bad reputation. I'm willing to fight against anyone, even my father. At this time, Shiraishi noticed that the number above Uchiha Itachi's head suddenly jumped. It was 74 before, and now it has become 77. It has increased by 3 points at once. This is a rare thing. For others, these 3 points may not be a big deal, but this is Uchiha Itachi, a person whose favorability is extremely difficult to improve, and more importantly, the way to improve the favorability. Shiraishi's expression became strange. Because I assigned him a task, making him embarrassed to play a role he hates, but the favorability increased by 3 points. Could it be that he has a masochistic tendency? End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone. See you in the next video.